My name is Mark Followill. You're listening to another dumb podcast. These guys are freaking morons.
Another dumb podcast. No, I like it. It's not dumb.
It's called Another Dumb Podcast.
That makes sense. So you could have just said, I'm doing another dumb podcast.
Yeah.
Again, basketball dumb guy over here. Sorry.
On the dumb podcast.
Drop that, you little shit.
I'm glad that was the first thing that was said on the recording.
No, was it?
Yeah, I just said it. I'm leaving
Should
that.
be the name of the episode.
I'm leaving that in.
Name of the episode right there.
Well, I
More
think
like
I
big
think
shit,
the
really.
Redskins still have a chance.
Yes. They not my Commanders. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Was that petition from the Native Americans? Was that real? Did they go off and say, yeah, we need to be the Redskins again, or was that just or was that like
I
a
think
made up thing?
I think it bothered more people on Twitter than it did.
Yeah, I think
Actual
I
Native
think it
Americans.
bothered more pale faces than it did anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to impress my internet friends to let them know that I think Redskins is offensive.
Now we've been de-Native Americanized in our sports
No.
teams,
Yeah.
and now we have. So now we're named after more white folks, like
You know, there's
Guardians, like Guardians, and
There's a team in the CFL in I think the CFL named the Red Blacks.
nice.
You guys seen that? Ottawa.
That's a real.
There's also one called the Eskimos.
That's
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
real.
no, they actually recently changed though. They're not the Eskimos anymore.
Oh.
Edmonton.
Oh,
Yeah, but
yeah.
they're still the Red Blacks. I thought that was kind of weird.
It's pretty real ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not my Red Blacks.
It's like, whoa, we're gonna go.
I'm trying to remember what it meant.
They look at Redskins and they're like, what a bunch of pussy names. They're just like, those are nothing. We got them.
Oh, okay, so yeah, they had to change from the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
I'm about to say,
And
if
they
anybody,
became the
okay,
Red Blacks. Or no, I'm sorry. The Saskatchewan made Ottawa change their name from Ottawa.
Because there
They
were-
were the Rough Riders too. There's only like 8 teams in the CFL. Why would you try to use the same name?
I don't know. Well, it's like in the SEC. There's 3 teams that are named Tigers.
Yeah.
ugh,
Yeah.
terrible. But like, shouldn't they change their entire like city? Because Saskatchewan is definitely Native American, correct?
Yes.
The origins of it,
Native
I believe,
North
is a
America.
North Native.
Googling
American.
right now what a red black is.
Okay, can I designate you as the looker-upper guy today?
Yeah, sure.
Because I don't have a.
Oh, you know, it says it's a tree.
Oh fuck! I look like
Hold
a
on,
real
wait a minute.
friggin' idiot now.
Hold on. Their logo is just an R.
Saskatchewan definitely seems like a. Don't go over there. The Saskatchewans over there. They will peel your head back, or something like
yeah,
that.
it's.
So, what the hell
Doesn't
is Jacob
really-
at?
I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know. Whatever.
I'm gonna
It's
call.
it's just kind of weird whenever you hear it.
I'm gonna
you
call
know.
him.
Anyways. Yeah, Jacob was the one that was basically saying that he was going to go to the liquor store.
Oh, well, he said 9 was perfect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what the
Oh,
line
yeah.
was. Go ahead and screenshot that.
Jacob is about one more. Should we let it? I should have just let it go. Hey, just letting you know, I just put your number out on this podcast,
Yeah.
so 20
Oops.
people will know it.
A lot of people in Ukraine or where is it?
Estonia.
Estonia, that's what
I
it
think Estonia has kind of gone down a little bit. I think
Is it?
we're
Yeah.
no.
Did we have a
I think
like
our
an
strong.
Estonian?
I think our strong Russian stance has really taken a part of the Estonians. I think that's probably what it is.
Yeah, they were offended by not putting the Ukrainian flag in the
Yeah,
podcast handle or something.
I called Zelensky a little troll. So
Oh yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, and I'm sorry.
Doesn't work.
I'm not getting behind that. So,
No.
and we're recording on today's freak anniversary. That you cannot put that together. They tried to put it as one word. That's terrible.
Anniversary.
Freakiversary.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it started 1 year ago
1 year ago
this
today.
week? Today. Okay.
Yeah, I remember where I was that day.
Oop.
Oh my God, that was not a
Dude just
fumble.
fumbled.
Oh
Was it
my
his-
God. Sorry, we're
His
also
progress stopped?
up now. Jacob's in.
Seemed like he was being held quite a bit. Anyways.
Just so you know that this is
There he is.
is a live watch along. We're watching the Bears play the Redskins right now.
Yeah,
You guys are. I'm not.
Yeah.
I got the Bears
I
money
will
line.
just-
Damn right I'm watching.
The Bears. What is the money line at?
That's right.
Well, I would love to say I got it at 220 to start the game, but I took it at minus 105, but it was 10-0 because
What the hell?
here's why. I was pissed off. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the odds were still so good.
I was about to say that's crazy.
Well, I was an idiot and I picked up Washington's defense for fantasy today. So I figured I would
Oops.
mix in a win with the loss there.
Well,
Yeah.
they're really having real fits with old Justin Fields today. So,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
so yeah, it's 27-11. I hope y'all are all watching at home.
Yeah, it's
And-
wild. I can't see it though. I'm gonna have to turn.
Don't spoil the result for the people who
Oh,
haven't
God.
watched the game yet.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. There's
Sure
there's
they
some
don't know the
Washington,
score.
Our
For the
Our
NFL
fans-
Plus subscribers amongst our listeners
Yeah.
that have
Yes.
not watched the
Yeah.
game on demand yet.
our Washington fans are gonna unsubscribe.
Yeah, they're like, yo. I forgot who's the quarterback for the Redskins?
Sam Howell.
Sam
Sam
Howell.
Howell, dog.
Yeah.
What school was he, Jacob?
UNC.
Oh, that guy
Yeah,
Yeah, North Carolina.
Okay.
played under
he's the
Mac
he's the
Brown.
next line of he's the next line of Carolina one and done quarterbacks that go like top 10 in the draft.
Yeah.
But this one's actually pretty good. I
He's
think.
going.
And then
he's,
disappear after like a year or two.
he's going the way of Chris
Yeah.
Sims. It seems like.
Yeah, they got another. Who's their quarterback this year? He's gonna go like he's gonna be one of the top quarterbacks drafted. I forgot his name.
Oh yeah. I forgot his name. I thought it was Tate something maybe. I don't know.
No.
Well, Dustin, you're the looker upper guy.
Yeah, I'm the looker upper guy.
You're the
Drake May.
You're the producer of this podcast today.
Who's the producer?
Dustin is.
Drake May.
Oh,
so I was
okay.
kind of,
No damn producer.
yeah, you don't want that.
You're just a Google guy. You're like the
He's the newsroom.
yeah.
He does the tickers.
He does a ticker at the top of the hour. So
Yeah, for the sports news that no one's aware of.
yeah.
Whenever you say it.
Well, yeah, this is quite the shocker. I still think the Redskins have a chance though.
I don't think there's such thing as a shocker in the NFL. Like any team is capable of whooping any team's ass. Like look at the Cardinals. Look at the Cardinals against.
Absolutely not. Yeah, I agree. But it's also I really hope there's not a shocker like this week with the Panthers Lions. I really hope that doesn't happen.
That wouldn't be well, that kind of would be. Bryce Young doesn't know what he's doing right now.
You know the Lions are double-digit favorites.
Yeah, that's insane.
Can anyone remember when the last time the Lions were double-digit favorites?
Yeah,
No.
10 points. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, like
I was-
that's
Had to be
insane.
when
I was
Barry
gonna
Sanders
say-
was still playing for them.
Yeah, it had to
they
have
weren't
been.
even good then. But I was gonna say it must have been back when they were playing like one of the winless teams, like the Lions.
You remember when they were the
Oops,
Spider?
no, that was them. That's the same team.
1992.
Yeah, their last playoff win was over Dallas.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yep.
in
I remember
91 or 2. Yeah,
Good God.
yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what? I kind of think I like when the Rangers are in the playoffs and when the Lions can actually be good. I feel like the world would be better.
The Venn diagram of that, the crossover fan
So,
there.
Yeah.
it's not great. No, I was just saying.
I wonder how many times that's happened, actually.
That's very the
Probably
That's
not.
never.
the winning
many.
season. Okay,
There's no way that's ever.
We're gonna-
It's no. We know it hasn't happened. When's the last time Lions made the playoffs? The Rangers first made the playoffs in what, 95?
96.
I think the last time the Lions made the playoffs would have been
Were the Lions
2014
Dustin,
when they played
Dustin,
the
get
Cowboys.
on it now. Hurry! I'm just gonna
Oh,
abuse.
the Lions and I think the
That's
Lions
right,
made the
I
playoffs in the
forgot.
90s a lot.
That's
I think-
right. Yeah,
Well, they also I think made it in like 2016 or 2017
the Lions did.
as a wild card. They played
Yeah,
Seattle.
I guess with
and lost.
Stafford. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
So in
come on.
1999, the Lions went to the wild card and were 8-8, and the Rangers won their division. That might have been the first time.
There you go.
Yeah, I guess it's probably happened before.
Yeah, it's rare though. Pretty rare.
That's great.
So how about them
Two-
Rangers?
So yeah, this is a
Two
Ranger
stellar
podcast. You
franchises.
thought this
Right.
was a watch along, and we sweared you this is a Ranger podcast. What is
Well,
going
yeah,
on?
we might be doing the post mortem next time we do. Next
By the time you've listened to
We'll
this,
see.
the Rangers may have already lost.
All right, baseball nerd Dustin.
Yeah.
Why are the Orioles going to beat us? Like, assuming they do, what's
I
why?
mean,
Because
they're
they.
good.
Wow.
Yeah, okay,
This is the
dumbass.
level of analysis
Yeah.
that we come to for
Yeah.
Dustin over here.
You
They're
really
good.
mailed it in. You've gone full like
Jesus.
I don't know, pick your ticket host. I don't even
Reiner-
watch the Rangers.
Reiner
anymore.
towards the end of his. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like Grego.
Yeah.
Whenever he was on the Freak last year.
No,
I mean, they have a lot of good young talent. Obviously, I mean,
the guy I
You
can't
know,
pronounce his name.
If you would have watched
Rutschman?
Oregon State back in the late, like,
Yeah.
Jacob's gonna be
2018.
such a beating. All right.
They've gotten
Adley
some,
Rutschman, dog.
Yeah.
we've gotten some pitching too here and there that been
KG.
pretty surprising for him that
Kevin
I
Garnett.
don't think they expected.
Oh,
Kyle
Yeah,
Gibson.
Kevin
Kyle
Garnett pitches for the Orioles.
it's like-
Pretty good.
he's got long legs. He
I
really
would pick the Rangers to sweep. We match up Evaldi versus Kevin Garnett.
That'd be really good, dude. Okay, how long?
You
Here,
got
here-
Dirk to play against them.
okay, you have a 20-year-old Kevin Garnett who has never played baseball. How long do you think it would take you to get him into pitching like shape to where he's actually throwing in the major leagues?
I don't think it would ever happen.
Damn, he's tall. He could get down that
That would
mound.
work.
Oh.
That works against him, I think.
Yeah.
How tall is he?
He's got to be 6'10",
How tall?
6'11",
How tall was Randy Johnson?
He's 6'10",
6'5".
I thought.
But Randy was a freaking.
Oh,
nature.
Randy Johnson.
Yeah, I thought he was 6'10".
Was he really 6'10"?
I thought Randy was a
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, no, he
beast.
scared the shit out of me when I was like 10 years
And now
old.
he-
Yeah, 6'10". Yeah, 6'10", 225.
Man, Dustin's doing a fantastic job over there.
I don't. Okay, when you guys were
And now-
kids, what player just scared the shit out of you? I can't think of one more than Randy Johnson, and if it is somebody, it's Ken Griffey Jr.
Well, I was trying to think of one who on when he was batting and also his look was Frank Thomas, and I don't mean that as like a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like you saw him, you're like, this guy is gonna kill us all if he doesn't even
Guy would
hit.
kill you in the alley.
Yeah,
Dude.
exactly.
Albert Bell.
of course,
Albert
Dude,
Bell.
I was
scared
about
the
to
shit-
say.
Bell.
Yeah,
Albert Bell was
that
probably the most violent. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that whole Indians team though was, it was Jim Thome and Paul Sereno. Like those guys could fucking mash.
And Roberto
But it seemed
Alomar
like-
was completely nuts.
Carlos Baerga.
Yeah.
I never liked whenever
Carlos
the
Baerga.
play in Seattle.
Carlos was out there by
So
then,
it was
wasn't
a team, really. But yeah, Carlos Baerga was their second baseman for a while.
Yep.
Made a couple All-Star
Yeah,
teams.
before Roberto.
he? Yeah.
No, Roberto
Yeah.
was on the.
No,
he was on
Roberto
the
was
Blue
after.
Jays.
Roberto was
He was a
after.
Blue Jay.
Yeah.
And then they had Omar Vizquel as short.
Mm-hmm. That
Why did you chew
97
up my
that 97
Charger?
team was a bunch of smashers.
Dude. Trying to think. So it's Sereno, Thome, Bell.
Sereno,
and I think
oh,
I'm missing
Kenny,
one.
Kenny
Yeah, Paul-
Lawson,
Well, I mean, as far as the mashers go.
Skinny Alomar.
Well,
I'm
I
missing
think
one.
we're just about
Peter
as into
Ramirez.
this interview as we
Chris
are, so I think we're
Martinez.
going to let you go.
No.
Nobody got that
Who?
one?
No,
Oh,
Randy
yeah,
Randy
yeah.
Johnson literally.
Yeah, the spring training. Seem about as into this interview as the rest of us I do. So
That was a great interview.
Oh, I thought you were just bored with the conversation. I didn't connect the
That-
Kenny Lofton.
That was the Kenny Lofton. Hey man, I'm not really good at those, so I'm pretty impressed by myself. Yeah, I don't even know why we're even talking about. Okay, so the Rangers, do they have even a chance? I think they do have a chance in
They
hell.
do absolutely have a chance.
Yeah,
I think they're going to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Personally,
I think
mark it
I'm
down.
gonna
Mark it
I'm gonna
down.
bet on them to win the series.
Eventually.
Is there
You
a sports book out here in New Orleans that I can go to?
There probably is.
I
Has
would
to be.
imagine so.
Yeah,
It's
Louisiana's a
kinda like-
gambling state.
Paris. I think it's as long as it's on the water.
You
I
go to
gotta
Shreveport
No,
and stuff.
yeah,
Oh,
but it's statewide, right? It's not just for Shreveport.
Sam House.
Yeah, no, it's the whole
sucks so
state.
bad. Sorry. That was the most pathetic sack I've ever seen in my life. By the
Well, I
way.
can't watch because I'm podcasting like a professional.
Oh, dude, you were fucking playing on your phone all time last time.
TV
Or...
was- Oh yeah, I was
will
on
say-
It's like whenever we would talk about something where where Jacob didn't like it and he would just put his head down
Oh
on
yeah,
screen.
absolutely. Jacob is
he
the
did that a few
absolute worst.
times.
If he wants to bail out on a conversation, he will absolutely do
I
that.
can't remember what we were talking
Brad-
about, but it was pretty funny.
Brad and Followell were talking about wrestling, and Followell just stops and goes, "Are you on your phone right now?"
That was the biggest call out ever. It was so great. He's like,
I was like, I have nothing to add to this.
fucking Mark
y'all
Follow was about to
suck.
walk out. He's like, what are you walking out? It's like, you're really into this interview, aren't you? Oh, no, I think they do. And did it? And I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to the commentators very much. But is Scherzer is he probable to pitch at all this week?
No.
Probably not.
I
Probably
know
not
he's been
this year.
throwing, but I mean, I wouldn't say it's impossible.
Like,
but
dude.
I'm not going to count on it.
Oh my lord!
Yeah,
I mean,
If he doesn't, I'd be surprised if he didn't pitch in the championship series.
really. So you think they would hold him back even
Maybe
more
the
than that?
latter part.
Yeah.
Is there a chance that
And
DeGrom?
they would have to hold him back. Let's
Is
just put it that way.
Is there a chance that
because-
DeGrom throws an inning?
No.
No.
Okay. So.
I mean,
He's
once you
done
get
till
to
like
a
middle of next year.
I mean, once you get to a certain point, if he's like capable, if you think you have a chance, don't you have to sit there and think, not worry so much about next year and just try to win the whole fucking
Oh,
thing this year?
Absolutely.
Like,
They're gonna get him
Are
out
we,
there.
are we to that point now, or do you think that's in the maybe starting next
No,
round?
I say you go to Baltimore, get a split, win 2 games at home, and call it, and you don't even need to make that decision.
Yeah. I think you kind of get to the next round. I think the ALCS is kind of when you got to start.
Oh, once
Thinking that
once Scherzer
Let's
sees
go after it, But I
once
mean,
Scherzer sees Verlander pitching game 1, you're not going to be able to keep him off the mound.
Hey,
He's
hey-
going to pitch in that series.
Hey Dustin,
Yeah.
can you pull up the roster of the Baltimore Orioles? I literally do not.
Yeah.
I do not. You said 2 players on this team, and
No,
Are
no,
we already
Cedric
calling
Mullins.
Astros over Twins?
and I'm like, okay, Cal Ripken Jr. is probably not on this team.
I mean, that's the betting favorite. So
Uh,
if you were just going to hypothetically plan, you'd have to plan according to the Vegas favorite, right?
yeah,
how many
Brady
Orioles do you think you can name?
Brady Anderson isn't on this team.
Okay, well he
No.
is
Cal
no
Ripken Jr.
longer
I
active.
already said him, and I,
Oh, well, I didn't hear you.
Rafael Palmeiro's not on this team either.
Damn, Brady Anderson, that's a good one.
That was a good one.
Dude, those Oriole teams back in the 90s are so spare. That's kind of where my base of baseball knowledge starts because I really lose track.
Well, they were
Chris Hoyles is pretty good.
they were kind of like what the Rangers were trying or what they did, but the Orioles
Mike
didn't.
Mussina.
Yes,
Yeah,
but you know how like
none of these guys are active, by the way. but-
no, I know. Yes.
No, I don't count on.
Okay,
any of
what are
those
the
guys.
odds that we have one at bat from Cal Ripken Jr. this week?
None. Hey, all right. Let's say this. Let's say
Is there a number less than 0?
Okay.
let's say it's Orioles Rangers, and the Orioles run out Kevin Garnett as your starting pitcher, and then for the Rangers, toeing the mound is Dirk Nowitzki, who wins the game.
Well, Dirk owns KG.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a
What-
good question because
That's a great.
I don't know how. I mean, how long do you think Dirk could actually pitch? I mean, Dirk, I don't think is in as good a shape as KG is. KG's still in pretty good shape if you look at him. And Dirk has a bad ankle now, right? How many pitches do you think Dirk could honestly
knee.
throw? Bad knees too.
Yeah,
Do you think Dirk could throw one strike?
What if he was just
I think
floating? He just floats
So
the ball
his
the entire
knees-
time, just goes like this.
Jesus.
just
He's always talking about his
one-handed.
ankle.
yeah.
Yeah, man. His ankle's in really bad shape. If you see him walk, he can't. He walks with a limp now, like he's. Yeah,
oh
it's
man,
bad.
can you believe Gale Sayers and Dick Butkus are in heaven right now? Like just hanging out.
Dave
talking
Dierson.
about the Bears? With Ed O'Bradovich.
Oh
And,
god. Dick Butkus was like, I must die before this game. Please.
did you guys ever watch Hang Time? Dick Butkus was the coach in that.
God, there was another TV show that he was in, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in a lot of stuff. But yeah, he was the coach in Hang Time.
And you know, it was funny that they showed this old video of him like scoring a touchdown and some just pathetic.
On like the extra point or whatever.
Yes.
So he mixed extra point and he caught an
yeah,
extra point.
yeah.
Yeah, back when they didn't have the 2-point conversions.
Oh god, it was
That kind of
pathetic.
is 1 point.
I'm sure Stove watched that and like shook his fist in the air or something. But it was
How
quite
did the NFL go so long without having a 2-point conversion? That was so stupid. I remember whenever they started the 2-point conversion, I thought it's like, man, this is like so cool. I can't believe they're doing it. I think college had it for like 100 years before the NFL decided.
I always remember the 2-point
it.
conversion. So
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
bizarre. Yeah.
Dustin really showed his age on that one.
yeah, I don't remember life.
Nebraska
before it.
probably cost themselves a
Well, I was
national
like
championship
10,
because they
you
went
know,
2
and-
against Miami in like '83.
Yeah. Whenever they actually they didn't want the tie, right?
Tom
They were going for
Osborne
the
tried
win.
to go for the win. He didn't want to go for the tie.
Just
Okay.
like Gary Patterson in 2019 or
I think we're-
2017.
Okay, I think we're all over the. But besides that, Dick Butkus in his uniform looked like a
In
plumber.
2015 in Norman.
Dick Butkus looked like a plumber in his uniform with the thing. I was like, I couldn't believe how.
Yeah.
I guess I thought he was like a real, actual look like an athlete, but he literally looked like a plumber. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought he looked. He
Nothing.
definitely looked.
Oh my
He
god.
looked older whenever he was playing than like shortly after he retired. He just looked like an old guy when he was
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah,
Man,
that's how they all looked. Because he probably was a plumber, like in the off season or something.
Probably.
Because he got paid.
the
He got paid $75 for that game.
the Baltimore roster is not very exciting from a college alum standpoint.
Okay, god. Dustin, you know how to pull up the roster so I can see it? Jesus Christ.
I mean, you do have.
You know how to
let's see.
share?
No.
Oh, Heston Kerstad, from Arkansas.
No,
I got it.
I'm telling you right now, I do not have a fucking clue this Orioles roster, and I was actually a little shocked. I thought it was a joke when I saw that they won a division. I go, the Orioles are good? I didn't even know that.
How do I? Oh, there you go.
Oh,
I was gonna share it, but
So
yeah, they won 80 games last year, like 84 games last year.
Kyle Bradish.
So stop me when you recognize the name. I know
Ye-
Jack Flaherty. He's one. Is he their best pitcher or one of their best? Why do I know his name?
Dean Kramer's pretty good. Bradish actually is their best pitcher currently.
Bradish.
Shintaro
that's
Fujinami.
Bradish.
Oh, at the top. Oh yeah, New Mexico State. I remember him.
Shut up. No, you didn't.
Grayson Rodriguez is definitely really
this
good. It's
okay
definitely
for the people
good.
that don't know. This is Jacob's bit now. Is him watching baseball? Is just go. I remember when he was at Rutgers, or I
All right,
remember.
well, it's not really a bit because while the Rangers sucked, it was kind of my only
I don't know.
entertainment in Major League Baseball was watching guys that I knew in college.
Okay, so
But I don't remember Danny Columbi.
Okay,
Maybe I kind of do.
Mizzou's own Kyle Gibson. Yes, I know who that
Yeah.
is.
KG.
Yeah, KG. DL.
He was on the Dumb Zone today.
Yeah, I know. I didn't make it to that yet,
Me neither. I'm like right at that point.
Like
But
PJ
I had to
Boyd.
pause and join the pod.
dude. Okay, now we'll get to Dumb Zone here in a second.
Yeah.
Dean Kramer.
Let's scout the Orioles.
John Means. These guys look like, if like you auto populated your team and they just came up
Yes.
with names. I'm like, I can't believe this is real.
It's an
John Means is
unlicensed
looking
major
for-
league game.
Yes, it's an
Well, they've had
unlicensed.
they've had 3 number 1 prospects that are on their roster now.
What was
they-
that? Was that like a King Griffey Jr. game where they had just
Yes.
No,
Well, no.
no, it
King
wasn't-
Griffey Jr. was licensed. Roger Clemens had
Yeah.
fake team names.
yeah? It was like I knew who the players were. Dude, do you remember
RBI baseball was they had the fake
Oh,
team.
you know what?
names,
I'm
too.
gonna pull up the Roger Clemens Texas Wranglers or Texas Cowboys roster.
what is happening right now? Rogers.
You got me distracted.
Okay.
Rogers Hornsby.
Veering off.
Baseball game, Texas roster.
What is X Hamster doing in your?
Yeah, this is my work computer, so you're not even gonna come close to that, buddy.
Yeah.
I forgot I was still sharing. Anyway, we'll go back to this.
No, you're cool.
I'll look that up on my phone.
Okay.
XNX.
Keep going down. I don't know who.
All right.
This
Let's
is
go to the-
what fucking
go to the
website is
catchers.
this?
Well, I had to-
FoxSports.com. What are you on? What are you on Bing? Like, why would you ever go on Fox?
I went.
I'm
this
sure
is
there's
like-
some people here in Arkansas that will recognize James McCann's name here.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. It's that guy.
And if I go
Yeah.
out to
He's not
go
really
down to
a-
Hot Springs,
I totally
I'll-
missed that James McCann was on their roster. Wasn't
And
he was with the Mets earlier this year,
well,
wasn't
he's the backup.
He's the guy that's not really a true Razorback, right?
Oh, jeez. What's a
I
true
don't know.
Razorback? Adam
So he-
Frazier.
He transferred in, and then he was playing really poorly. So the ticket up in Arkansas just started roasting him for not being a real
got it.
Razorback.
Okay.
Mm.
Is that a
I
former?
think it's the same guy.
Is that a former
So
Ranger
what
great?
you're saying is that going to fire up some Hog fans down here in Hot Springs? If
Oh, I
just
think the
mentioned
fans
that.
actually loved him. It was just one jerk off radio
Oh,
host.
okay.
Mm.
Okay.
So is that
Well,
Adam?
there you go.
Is that Adam Frazier, the former Ranger great?
No.
Oh, am I thinking of a different one? My
No,
bad.
thinking
is
of-
that-
Are you
Thinking
thinking of
the
Lou,
Todd father,
Lou Frazier?
yeah, no,
Frazier.
Todd Frazier,
Todd Frazier.
Todd Frazier. Yeah,
Frazier.
he's Ranger for like
That was who I was
You
thinking
released
of.
him.
My bad. It was
Uh,
definitely not.
Oh man.
Okay, I
could've
can't
swore you were
lose
thinking
to
of
it.
Lou Frazier.
Hold on.
I
Hold
can't lose to a bunch of guys I've never heard of.
on. I know this just seems on principle we can't lose to this, but I know we probably
Yeah.
will.
Well, that's what I said about I was afraid of that with Tampa Bay. I was like, I recognize 2 guys in this lineup that were probably about to get swept by.
Yeah, but who's laughing now?
I deleted
Yeah.
the tweet. Don't worry.
About what?
Saying I didn't recognize anybody on the team that's probably about to sweep us.
Oh
You should have
yeah.
left it. Okay, keep
Yeah.
going down. Who are the outfielders? Because all these guys are spare.
Yeah, they have
Austin
no
Hayes,
infield.
Aaron Hicks.
Okay, I do
Eston
know Austin.
Kierstead,
Hayes. Okay, so they
Cedric
do.
Mullins.
He was really good at Arkansas.
Mullins.
No,
is-
you have
okay.
no idea. You have,
Yes, I do.
No
I know
idea.
He's really good, actually.
Anthony Santander.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
That is a bank. That is not a freaking outfielder. All right, that's
Lucy, calm down. Jeez.
Did you get a second wife and you're just yelling at your wife?
Yeah. Yeah. I wish.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know. I have no gauge for this because I have not watched 1 second of Baltimore Orioles baseball. So I have no gauge.
They
for this.
swept us in a series. I know that.
I can say that I have, but it's only when they played the Rangers.
Okay.
All right. Hey, let's do this though. I'm gonna stop sharing. We're done with the Orioles. They're boring and they suck.
Yeah.
Rangers in 3.
What a yeah.
All
There
right.
you go.
Three.
So-
Did they? Oh.
All right.
Oh. They don't play
Yeah, it's the
four.
best of
Best
5.
of 5 now.
Oh,
Um,
Jesus.
So one of my favorite video games as a kid was this Roger Clemens MVP baseball, and they didn't have it wasn't licensed by MLB.
Right.
So I always played with the Texas Cowboys, and I'm gonna read you their roster, and you tell me which name comes to mind as I'm reading the roster. All right. So
Well,
leading
which
off,
team is it supposed to be?
The Texas Rangers.
The Rangers? The Rangers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I wasn't 100% sure.
Texas Cowboys.
all right. Frankio.
Oh, okay. Julio Franco.
Leo Franco.
Frankio.
Okay. This one I never figured out, but it's Daltrey.
Daltrey?
That Doherty.
Is that just the last name?
Is that
Daltrey.
Is that
Doherty?
Doherty?
Yeah, these are all last names.
What's that?
Daltrey.
Wasn't that Doherty? What's his name?
Dickie
Jack
Thorne?
Doherty.
Jack Doherty.
Maybe so. Raffiero.
Fierro.
Rafael Palmeiro.
What?
Rubens.
Oh, yeah.
Sierra.
Yeah.
Downer.
Brian Downing.
Yeah, Brian
Oh
Downing.
god damn,
Yeah.
Brian Downing. The DH.
1 year.
Yep.
Brian Downing was really good in his day,
He
man.
was.
was.
Dude, I
Played
will
with the
say
Angels
He's
for a long
hitting-
time.
He's hitting 372 for the
I will-
Cowboys.
I will
Great.
say for the Cowboys. I remember the baseball card of Brian Down. Is it Brian
Yeah.
Downing?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and he looked like
Yes.
my dad, like not but like my dad, but like an uncle, old guy. And I was like, I can't
Definitely
believe
looked like he made some meth in a trailer.
I don't know if it's
somewhere,
that or
kinda.
it's just he looked like he was going to sell
Or
insurance
like
later.
smoked a lot of cigarettes.
Yes, a lot of. Oh, I don't
Yeah.
doubt that him and Charlie
Yeah,
Huff
there's
are
no doubt he
sharing
did.
Marlboro Reds.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
okay, keep going.
All right. The next one, Generali.
Pino Petrali.
Petrali. Yeah. I gotta remember what year this is. It's like 92.
Yeah, it's pre-Pudge. Yeah.
Or no, that's 90. That's 90. Or 91.
It's- I don't have the year, but
Pudge is
we'll keep going. All right.
91, I think.
All right, the next guy. I'm just gonna spell the next guy's name because there's no way to say without giving it away. But it's Buchell.
B-U-C-H. Oh, Steve Bouchel.
Shell. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's literally like Buchel.
Buckle.
Just without
Buckle.
the E on
Buckle.
the end. All right, Hudson.
Houston.
Oh, Jeff Houston.
Jeff
There you
Houston.
go.
Yeah.
We're
Man,
literally
this is-
keeping score.
This is a fun fucking game. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it really
told
is. We should go over every team.
Everybody, play.
All right,
play
we can-
everybody,
no.
play at home.
Let's do
Okay.
that. Yeah.
I can pick one more team after this, and we'll see how we do.
Okay.
All right,
Cool.
Blue.
Blue.
Blue. Blue.
B-L-U-E.
Yeah, we're getting to the
Blue.
bottom of the roster.
No, I was thinking
Blue.
Cecil.
It's not
Eskin.
guaranteed that all these names are, relative to Major League
Okay,
players.
do we
It
not
could
know who this might be?
just- I don't know.
Okay.
Is it an outfielder?
Not
It
ringing
doesn't.
the bell.
It doesn't have a position. He's hitting 288 with 5 home runs and 22
Blue.
RBIs.
I might cheat here soon.
Blue. Huh.
1991 roster?
I wonder if that's Pudge, maybe.
No.
I don't know. Blue. It's not Dean. We haven't named Dean Palmer yet, have we?
I don't
No,
think
he
he'd be on
wasn't
the
on the
team.
team then.
He wouldn't be on the team
Michelle
yet.
was your third baseman.
Oh, that's right.
Playing third base.
Man, I don't know.
Okay. Let's.
All right,
What
we'll
year
skip
would this
that.
be?
91
91 or 2?
I think this
I
is
don't know.
91 team.
Raj.
I don't see anybody. Poole? Jim Poole? Oh, is it? No, it's not gonna be Oil Can
Gary-
Boyd.
Gary Pettis?
Well,
Why the fuck would it be Gary Pettis if it's blue?
I don't know.
all right.
All right, keep
Uh,
going.
I don't know. man.
It was somewhere between the years of 91 and 92.
I think it's 91.
Okay.
This is the 91
Oh,
team.
it'd be on. Okay.
Go ahead.
This game is badass, by the way. I used to play this shit for every road trip, nonstop, Game Boy.
Nice.
Game
All right, let's
Boy.
go to the next one. This one, yeah, I played it on Game Boy. This one's kind of tough, I think, but maybe y'all know it. Jungle.
That's
J.U.
Kunkel. Kunkel.
Jeff
Uncle.
Kunkel.
Uncle. Jeff
There you go.
Uncle.
Yeah.
Good job. All right. The next one is Gonzo.
That's
Yeah, that's-
Ron Gonzalez.
Juan Gonzalez.
Fairly self-explanatory.
What an asshole.
All right. Solomon.
Mm,
Solomon?
That's a hard one there.
Solomon.
I don't think that might just be a spare guy. They just had to fill.
Donald Harris.
Do you
Probably not
have the
Donald
91
Harris.
team up now? Is it Mike Stanley?
think-
Mike Stanley.
It could be
I
him,
guess
yeah.
so. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know the last one. This is the last guy on the roster. But
I'm confused with blue because I'm not seeing anybody on here with the
I
name
don't either.
No.
No.
Vida Blue.
Yes,
Vita
Vita Blue. Yes, yes. But
It's
he
fucking
Pitched for Oakland.
turned into a position player 20 years after he left the game as a
fucking
pitcher.
Vita Blue. All right, keep going.
All right, the last guy in the lineup for position players is Scrub.
That would be
Basically, describe the entire Rangers team. in that
Scrubs.
era.
that's Tony Scruggs.
Scrubs.
No, SC. Is that a real
Tony,
guy?
Yeah, there's a guy named Tony Scruggs on their roster.
Yeah, Tony
There you go.
Scruggs.
Scruggs.
His
Yeah.
name.
I had the
I'll
rock.
just pick a couple pictures.
I'm cheating, by the way. At the end of this, I had to pull this up because the blue one totally threw me off.
I don't know why
Right.
they'd have that guy on the roster. He only had 6 plate appearances.
You know what?
Well, in this game, he had
1991.
6 home runs, so he was
Oh,
very
well, there you
efficient.
go. I guess he was the big time
God
prospect.
damn! What a beast!
This game knew a lot.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. I'm gonna read a couple pictures, and then I'll pick another team.
Okay, I'll try not to cheat on this
no-
one too.
All right. First pitcher is Nolan.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Oh, Ryan.
All right, we got.
He has
Wait.
no time for jabronis.
He had a 2.96 ERA, and I'm not sure he had a 2.96 ERA
No
since like the
monkeys.
70s.
Oh my god, I know. That was funny in the documentary.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Nolan Ryan documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah,
By
that.
the way, does anyone know what Nolan's career ERA is?
3.81.
No,
Really close, but it's actually lower than that.
3.8.
3.80.
It's 3.19. I would have never guessed it was that
Wow.
low.
Not well. Hey, but
Not
he
bad.
mowed through the 60s, 70s, and 80s, probably with like a 1 ERA.
And he had terrible teams in the Rangers who didn't have a lot of earned
Dude.
runs.
Well,
Tell
he
me-
was in the Astrodome for a decade, so that's certainly
Please tell me,
But-
Nolan Ryan didn't pitch in like 5 decades and never won a World Series.
Yeah, he
No,
won.
he
the-
did.
He won the '60s.
he won
He
with
won
the,
one
the
with the
Mets?
Mets.
the Mets.
In like
He was
his
on that Mets
rookie
team.
year.
Yeah, like
Sixty.
Yeah,
first
he
or
was,
second year.
So he's like the
second
Tyler
year.
Sagan of pitchers.
Boston.
Yeah,
basically.
when people look
Yeah.
at Nolan Ryan, dude, I want you to
Except
see.
Tyler Sagan's been to another Stanley Cup.
I
final.
swear to God, somebody out there, if you see Nolan Ryan one day, like you're over in Round Rock and you just happen to pound him like I did, just go up to him and be like, "Sir, I really think you're like the
did
Tyler
what?
Sagan of baseball." And
Hey,
just,
no,
and
you're
watch.
You're spare.
Who the hell's that?
All right, couple more. You have Jose
Guzman,
Browner
Kevin Brown.
and Jussel.
Jeff
Russell.
Jeff Russell. All right.
There you go. All right, let me go. What was
Ain't
another?
that
Who was
tough
good in
enough?
'91? Like the Blue Jays.
The Braves. Go to the
the-
Braves.
Twins won the World
Braves weren't
Series.
good then. Yeah, the Braves were good.
What the
then.
fuck?
Braves,
they
yeah,
won.
that was-
They won a pennant that year.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Put some respect on my name.
Oh, how about the Philadelphia Generals?
Well,
Okay.
All right,
Phillies.
can't wait for Dalton.
Obviously.
I'm going to try not
Lindstrom.
to cheat here.
Yeah,
Lenny Dykstra.
Sterling Dykstra,
Uh huh.
all right. Batting second was Darren.
Darren Dalton.
Darren Dalton.
Dalton, yeah.
Are you reading the last name or the first name, or just
It just gives player name. That's how it is in the game.
so it doesn't
It's
have a
just
first name or a last name? It just says that
No,
one
player
It
name.
just
name.
says a name. It doesn't.
What a spare ass game. They're like, should we give them first name, last name? It's like, dude, no.
Dude,
Just
any video game doesn't have licensing is so spare.
Dude,
but the game
we
does
need to
have
go
a
back.
super-
I know they do have some unlicensed
I remember
games out there,
64 wasn't licensed.
but I'm telling you, unlicensed games were the shit because they were actually better. I think.
Dude, I'm
They were.
telling you, if you could play Roger Clemens somehow, it was awesome.
Was Tecmo?
All right.
I'm sorry. Was Tecmo Bowl? Was that licensed at all?
That was
thought it
the
was
first
because-
one was unlicensed,
Right.
but then they put out another version that was.
Okay. But
Because it was
but
so
that was
popular.
full on like. Well, that's kind of like how, Blitz was a pretty badass game, and that wasn't well. They couldn't license at the end. I think is what it was. They took away.
Remember
All right,
Joe Montana.
I found the Atlanta Condors.
There you go. Condors.
Condors.
Okay. Does anybody know who Otis is?
What's Otis,
Otis
Nixon?
Nixon.
I guess if the name is generic
Pineapple
enough, they
face.
can get away without licensing.
All
right. Let's see if y'all know this one. Jeff Way.
Jeff what?
Jeff Way.
Jeff.
One name.
I would say Jeff Blauser.
Yes.
Wow, I would have not got that one.
Yeah.
Okay, you have Ronalds.
Ronalds.
Yeah. Not sure who that is.
Ron Gant?
Ronalds.
Ron
Yeah, that's-
Gant?
Oh,
yeah,
you know
that-
what?
Yeah, Ron
Yeah,
Gant.
gotta be.
That has to be him.
Oh,
yeah.
true. I don't think Jeffway is Jeff Blauser because down
Is it
here is
Jeff Treadway, maybe.
okay.
Oh, that
because
one's
you have
what it is, yeah.
you have Bowser down here, Jauser.
Okay, so that has
Probably
to be
Jeff
Jeff
Blauser.
Blauser. So I guess
Right.
that's Jeff Way is Jeff Treadway, I guess.
Okay,
Alright,
I think
how
we
about
have one. We have a
Harrington?
few more left because I think we're about to hit our. Oh
yeah.
my God, that was the most pathetic play ever.
Yeah. All right. Last
That
one.
did look like a fart and fall down type play. Or
At least it was a 2-point.
Oh, no, you don't get the last one.
Go ahead.
No, you don't get it.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. You should have seen that last play. That was fucking retarded. I'm sorry.
yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Okay.
It was
The only
pretty crazy.
way
Fred
the
McGruff.
only way this shit could really blow up in my face is if my fantasy defense gets cooked and I lose my fucking bet. So I swear to God.
Oh
that-
no.
Hey, let me play this one video of David Wells. I found a clip, and it was really funny to me, at least. Of David Wells was on some podcast. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta. How do you go back?
Are we going to be able to hear this on the recording?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Your videos never play on the recording.
Well, this is a different platform now, isn't it?
I don't know.
Just relax a little bit, all right?
Learn to podcast. I don't know.
Whoa. Sir.
Not asking you to throw anybody under the bus, but you said
Okay, can
I
everybody
thought
hear
that was
that?
J.J. Watt at first.
That is not JJ Watt.
Kind of looks like him.
So you can
In the
hear
face.
and see this, correct?
Yes, I
Oh,
can.
yeah, we're
you
good.
started
Yes.
noticing balls going into the seats. When was the first time when you noticed it? You were like, "What?"
I think it was 89, 88 or 89, maybe 90. I remember in Texas, I think it was Ruben Sierra, Pudge, Julio Franco, Juan, all these guys. I remember the year before they were so skinny. And then like a year or two later, they're so big and they're just going deep. I had no clue. And I don't know if they've ever been caught doing it, if they were on the list. But that's when you had a sense that there's something going on here when these guys are going that far. I mean, Oppo that deep. But then all of a sudden, the whole league is doing it. You just had a sense of like, all right, that guy's on it. All right, well, that guy's on it. I played against Canseco in rookie ball in 1982. I mean, that dude could hula hoop in a Cheerio. And then all of a sudden, like, I see him in Double A, and he's the Hulk. Him and his brother. I was like, dang, what's going on? These guys got.
Okay, well, that's about the video there. I
Well,
found
first of all, David Wells is a hater. So
no,
Yeah.
no. You have to listen to the rest of the video.
Kind of an open secret, though.
No.
Yeah.
He in defense of David Wells, he actually wasn't hating at all. He was just making a pure like observation on it.
you don't
because-
mess with my Rangers.
Because at the end of it, he goes, "Hey, listen, it is what it is." I actually put it up as a challenge. He said he put it up to a challenge that some of these guys, if they were juicing or whatever, it is what it is. He didn't care. But it was funny that he our lovely early 90s Rangers were all just juicing to the gills. And you know what? We need to go back.
Yeah, I don't.
are you saying
I
there's
don't
not enough home
necessarily-
runs these
yeah.
days?
I don't necessarily. I never had anything against. I mean, if people wanted to, it never. It doesn't. It's never gotten me all up in arms like it does a lot of people. But you know.
Well-
Oh, yeah, I wonder the people who really, really get mad about it are probably people that are like, man, if they hadn't been doing it, I would have gotten a shot.
well,
Yeah.
Like,
I
what's
can't
the
get mad
fucking
at
matter?
it because there's no guarantee that I can't sit there and say that if I was in the same position that I wouldn't have because I don't know.
The problem,
you know,
the problem
so-
is there's no standard truly. Like we don't know, like what is performance enhancing of anything. He could have just had like nowadays, like a good protein shake and some other stuff will get you pretty much juiced to the gills, the same shit that you had back in the day. You know.
Well, during that time, you also had you had a lot of new ballparks built that were smaller. You know,
they were
for
getting smaller.
more offense, and then there was within a 5-year period, you had 4 new teams, expansion, right?
Yeah.
So
The
that was also going to do it.
the saturation of pitching that wasn't really good. So yeah.
Right. So it wasn't just the roids. It was also those were also factors too that I don't think if you bring that up, I don't anymore because it's a waste of time because because you know you're not going to convince someone otherwise. But you know they were definitely factors in the offensive explosion. You know,
But I
during that
think it's
period.
I think it's an utterly ridiculous thing now. It's just like it is what it is. But like, you know, make fun of me all you want, but I do watch like MMA, and they actually have a much bigger problem with steroids than baseball ever did. And a
Those
lot of
guys
people-
bulk up from 123 to 136.
Oh
You're like,
yeah,
what the
dude,
hell?
they're all juice to the gills. But what's kind of different is like, oh, these guys are juiced to the gills, and like, what is honestly the consequences of like them being juiced or not? With baseball, you still have to hit the ball, and yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. But no one's gonna get hurt over this. You know,
Right.
we're not even worried about a pitcher being juiced. Well, they're gonna throw harder. I don't think that's even a thing. But with MMA is so different when you're juiced and then the other guy doesn't know that you're juiced. Now that's a real big deal, and someone can really get hurt and fucked up over it. So that's where it's like that's a more dire consequences where it's like this guy hit a baseball a lot harder than that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Let's move on.
I agree with that.
So Rangers and
At the end of the day, they're
Bonds
entertainers,
should be in
right?
the Hall
So
of Fame. So
yes,
there.
Barry
Yes.
Bonds, all
and
those
so
guys.
should Pete Rose.
Hey,
And Roger
787-13.
I got a question for Dustin.
Okay.
So, when the Rangers signed Trevor Bauer, what's that contract going to look like?
Oh, that's for one thing I wanted to talk about. There we go.
The Rangers rotation in 2024.
Can we not get him
I
in
don't know.
this?
Good question.
Can we not get him in the series this week, or maybe at least the?
I thought you were going to
championship?
say, can we get him in the pod?
Get him in
Get
the
Trevor
pot.
Bauer
I mean,
on to sound
he'd
off.
probably be interesting. Yeah, I don't think he pitched well in Japan, did he?
No, okay, all right. I looked
Yeah.
this up, and this is one of the things
Yeah.
I wanted to mention. Because you know how people were totally roasting him when he had like 2 bad starts or whatever? He ended
On
up
here?
winning. He ended up
Yeah.
winning like pitcher of the month the last 3 months of the season. Damn near won like league MVP. And nobody said a word about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But when he
Well,
had like
yeah,
2
because
bad
they don't
starts,
wanna
everybody was like,
admit that
look, he sucks.
Well, because on that
he hadn't pitched in
godforsaken
like.
website, you're guilty until proven innocent with these people. And even when you're proven innocent, you're still guilty. Right? So that's
Here's what.
unfortunately
Yeah.
the way that it is.
Here's what I'm gonna say from a guy who doesn't
Especially when you're accused of that.
who
you know,
doesn't
that's-
like Trevor Bauer. I can't say I'm a huge fan of Trevor Bauer.
Is anybody like actually a fan of like what's the Venn diagram of say like Trevor Bauer fans and Pat McAfee? Like-
No, I don't think there's an. I mean, I don't know.
Because there's a Trevor Bauer group of fans out there. I'm just trying to wonder what the crossover comparison
Maybe.
is.
But here's what I'll say: he's only 32.
Exactly. You can get him on a 3-year deal.
He's not. I thought he was. I thought he was our age, but he's a lot younger than us.
You can do 3 years, 30 million,
Do it.
easy.
30.
I don't know what's the market.
Why are
at?
you
I
giving
don't
him
know.
so much?
I don't think that's a lot.
I think that's a good amount. But all right, cool.
No, what's Evaldi making? Like 18?
Really?
Yeah, he's making, I think, like 16, 18, somewhere
Yeah.
in there.
How
Yeah.
about- oh, man, inflation's hit
Baldy's
baseball
not
too.
paid a whole
Dude, I'm
lot.
telling you,
That's
30
crazy.
million is not a lot of money.
That's nice. No, yeah, then go for it. It's not my money. Who gives a shit? Yeah, I'm strictly going off of 2010 salaries and stuff. So I'm like, that's too much. 10 million?
Like when Nolan Ryan signed the first $1 million contract.
What
What
is
the
it?
hell? It's a kid's game.
He's a goddamn millionaire. God dare. It's a kid's game.
Playing a kid's game.
Kid's
I
game.
play for free.
I fucking love old man arguments. No, man. And forgive me, I've been really busy this week, but has anybody been talking about this Bauer thing?
Not a word.
Not a fucking word, huh?
Not a word.
There are people who are asking some of the people who were like his biggest critics why they're not saying anything, and they're just they're not saying one. I mean, they're not going back on it.
Now, when I say not a word, I
Because-
mean from the general people on my timeline. Not
But
a word.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
If you
any
Google
on
it, you
the
can
radio.
find some,
Like the radio
know.
bringing this up is, I mean, has the land? What are the?
No,
They're not putting shit out.
Yeah.
no, because I know Corby made tons of,
Hey about it.
yeah, like lots of inflammatory remarks about Trevor Bauer over the time, and of course he's not going to say a word about it. You
Yeah,
think he's going to eat
can't
crow
now.
over Trevor Bauer?
Yeah. They're not going to eat crow over it because,
But-
how could you?
Memory
that's
hole.
what-
It's-
Isn't that just the most terrible thing about fucking like journalism today?
Well,
I've got to make
Oh yeah.
I got to make
It
sharp
is.
judgments on shit that I really don't have a fucking clue about, and I have to be first to make sure I get my fucking opinion about this whole thing out, and then
Screw your good boy points.
and then okay, now all this
That's
information
what it's all about: getting likes and getting.
I
you
haven't
know,
had.
scoring
Here's
your
what
good
I'm
boy
going to
points. That's
say.
what everyone
well, now
wants to do.
Molly Knight's Twitter is locked now over this, so that's
Who the
a win.
fuck is that?
Yeah.
She was the report. I think for the Athletic. She was the reporter for the Athletic that
Man,
went
you're such a
so
little bitch.
hard on.
Here, I'm gonna fucking say this. Molly Knight or whoever if you put that shit out, do not block your fucking Twitter or anything else like that. You're a fucking little bitch if you do something like that.
For sure.
Like, stay the
Yeah.
fuck on there and eat the shit and be like, listen, those people lied then.
Or double down.
Yeah.
Double down.
Or, yeah, I mean, well, I got more information or whatever. But
No,
that is
just
just
say-
such horseshit.
just say
I
whatever,
fucking,
he still
I cannot,
sucks.
I cannot fucking stand that shit. No pun. I mean, I know there's a chick, I guess, but fucking man the fuck up. If you want to go jump into this shit and write stories like this, that you know that you wrote it because it's fucking sensationalized, and big accusations like this bullshit ought to have big fucking evidence along with it, because this ruined this fucking guy's life, and he's a fucking asshole too. I don't even like this guy, but
Well, the Rangers will get him back on track next year.
I hope so.
Don't worry.
I really
Yeah.
hope so.
Now, if I'm going to victim blame, then I would say Trevor Bauer probably should have followed the Nick Saban rule. You guys know what the Nick Saban rule is,
What's that?
right? So
What's that?
he told his team, this was a long time ago. I'm sure he tells them every year, but he tells his team, never sleep with a woman that has less to lose than you do.
Mm.
And then he said, that means if I'm going to cheat on Miss Terry, it's going to be with Hillary goddamn Rodham Clinton.
That's pretty good. Well, I don't know, dude. I found it utterly fascinating, and man, that was really. I did not know that news about the fucking asshole who wrote the goddamn thing.
Yeah, apparently they
What's
asked.
crazy to me is this
this
was
guy
actually
that-
settled a year ago.
Yeah, but it's fully been settled now. That's why he's talking.
yeah.
I don't think it's really any. I mean, the only thing that's different is he's got like receipts to prove it, and it's not just one of those
okay.
pay you to go away
Okay,
situations.
okay, no. The actual there was talks that he was going to be criminally charged. That was dropped a year ago, I believe so. Am I wrong about that?
I believe so.
And
Believe
so-
you're
I
right.
seem to remember because they said there wasn't enough evidence, but it
No
was one of those
fucking
situations
shit.
where it looked like
How fucking
there's not
about
enough
that?
evidence here to charge him, but we still,
And that you know what?
preponderance of evidence
sure hope-
standard.
I sure
suggested
hope
they
more
did it.
people. I sure
Now
hope
we don't
more
know that.
people fucking go after shit like this and go, okay, you want to pull this bullshit? Okay, you didn't get me civil, or you didn't get your criminal charges. We're gonna go civil, and now I get to pull your fucking phone records. I want every fucking text messages out of that.
Well, part of the deal was that nothing else can be done about it. And he allowed that to be a
That
thing.
goes
so
back
he
to the
could talk
Saban
to
rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
She doesn't. She
somebody
doesn't
on
have
Twitter-
as much to lose as he did,
No.
everybody's
but-
gonna,
so he doesn't
everybody's
have
gonna,
much to gain if he goes that route.
everybody's already.
Somebody on Twitter brought up a good point about sexual assault. They said there's no crime in the entire law book where more guilty people are let go free and more people who are innocent are guilty.
Man, you just wrinkled my brain on that one.
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's
Like a
it's
lot of people who
definitely
are
the
falsely
crime that
accused
people
are
like to get on their
prove.
soapbox to talk about how wrong the people are before
and then people
they're
get
even
away with it all the time.
proven guilty. Yeah, you know.
I don't know.
And that-
I just think those people are utter bullshit pieces of shit, and I'm fucking so sick of that bullshit. Because
Yeah, but I still think for every one of this girl, there's like 100 that tell the truth and they never get their cases tried or they never
you're
press
pulling that
charges.
out of your ass, so really no one fucking knows. But,
Okay,
yeah, that's-
let's think about how
Well, they
what's the
went to
ratio of
Baylor
scam
and-
artists to normal people. Let's start there.
I get it, but it's just like, yeah, maybe, but it's just, but now, how many more fucking people are we gonna? Maybe they're fucking right, and now people go, well, tell me exactly what the fuck happened, da 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 da. So we now
Yeah.
gotta go to this rigmarole. So I
Well,
mean,
Well, them going back on it would be them admitting they're wrong and they're not keeping it real.
I don't know.
They don't want to make their social justice warriors on.
Yeah, the other
know,
thing that
on
screwed Trevor
X-Mad,
Bauer
right?
was the other thing that screwed
As
Trevor
if
Bauer
it matters, you know. I mean, yeah, but apparently they had this guy who writes for some website, Outkick or whatever. He said that he asked the Athletic why they haven't said anything about it, you know, why they haven't gone back on it, and he
Clay
said
Travis.
that
Yeah, it's-
Bobby Burak or whatever his name
yeah,
is.
it's under the Clay Travis thing.
Yeah, but anyways, he was like, you know, why you guys, you know, not saying this, and they didn't respond. They said they had no comment on it. So
Fucking
it's
gutless pieces of shit.
like you can't go back and just say, hey, you know what, we jumped the gun on that. But
Everybody cancel your cancel
you
your
know.
fucking subscriptions. That piece of shit rag ought to be fucking bankrupt by now.
Why the hell does anybody even subscribe to The Athletic? If there's like an article you want to read, you can just read it in reader mode.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes no sense.
Jacob, share that video of how you read the New York Times with no what is it, with no
WAPO.
subscription or whatever.
You mean on reader mode?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how to do it on web. Is there a way to do it on web?
I don't know.
I can do it on my phone.
Is there an app for that?
No, you just go to your settings and switch to reader mode.
Okay. All right, let's do okay, I got my rant out now. That was fun.
Do you remember about like a year ago, whenever we thought that it was funny how like I think it was the Athletic that didn't allow their writers to comment about anything political anymore or something. And we thought it was funny because there were like a few baseball writers. We were like, man, you know, they want to say something.
I want to say something so bad.
I can't.
Well,
Socialist baseball writers for that website.
Socialists. I don't think they're just gutless pussies is what they are.
Yeah, no, there is a socialist baseball Twitter.
Oh,
for sure.
yeah, absolutely. But they don't have a
Exists.
fucking
lot
clue
of
what
them,
that.
dude.
They don't have a fucking clue what that shit is, though. They're just
Yeah.
little pussies who don't know how to fucking do shit. So,
Yeah.
man, I'm really angry at this podcast today. Sorry about that.
Yeah, man, you really did get angry about this.
Dude, that fucking pisses me off. I just think they're fucking pieces of shit. I fucking hate people like that.
Well, that doesn't surprise me about that person.
But
Having listened and read some of her stuff in the past, that is not the least bit surprising.
I mean, I have a daughter, man. I would like if something really bad happened to her and she's like, yo, this guy was really fucked up. And they're like, oh, well, I don't know if I believe you now. And I'd be like, well, fuck me. Like, all right. I don't know. I don't know why I'm bringing it to me. Who fucking cares about me? But, I just think that is so gutless bullshit, and I don't know why, no one's going to call it out.
Yeah,
for
no,
me.
it is for sure. It's definitely some.
Okay,
it's
so
definitely cowardice,
let's start. Well, I guess we can go a little longer today since we're going 4 wide tonight.
Yeah.
I just refilled my bourbon.
Okay, we'll keep going.
Yeah, I'm about to refill mine.
So we got through our Rangers. I got a checklist.
You need to take care of drainage.
No, drainage. Fucking Dan over here. Do we need to cut for drainage? No, I have my list right here. So I've already gotten through Trevor Bauer, so I'm good to go now. Do we need to talk about the Freak? I don't know. It's been a year. Has anybody been listening?
Not really.
No.
I have
Okay.
not. I honestly
All
have
right,
not
all right, all
listened in
right.
like 3 months.
I will say this. So I was watching the Rangers at work on, was it Tuesday? And I left in the night. I started my commute home in the 9th inning because I thought we had it wrapped up. And so after the game, I knew the ticket was going to do Diamond talk about the game. So they were at commercial, and I'm like, well, I'm sure the Freak is talking. Let me just listen to the Freak. And dude, you know what they were talking about?
Like Led Zeppelin albums? I don't know.
The 1-year anniversary of the Freak. They weren't talking about the Rangers at all. Like while the ticket's doing like an hour on the Rangers, the Freak is talking about the Freak
And
Like
how much fun they're
yesterday?
having.
Like yesterday?
on Tuesday, right after the game. Like I wanted to hear post-game show.
Oh, really?
And the Freak.
Well, they're not a.
I mean,
spo-
I don't.
they're
Maybe
not a
they
s-
talked about it eventually.
They're
but
not a sports station, okay? They don't have to talk about that stuff. They talk about what they want.
Yeah, they were
Right.
They were thanking their sponsors and
Oh, good
Please don't
Lord.
leave us.
Please.
yeah.
Those
yeah,
big
yeah.
bad ticket guys, you want to listen to us. I don't know, dude. Again, it's kind of like a thing where I can only put it in a comparison of, I guess there's the PGA and then there's Live and then there's WWE and then there's AEW. And
Yeah.
one might be much better than the other and whatever. But I'm also like, hey, you know, they can both coexist regardless and try to do what they want to do. I honestly, I like a lot of those people there, and I hope they do well and are able to, you know, make a living. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't even really wish any type of bad things to happen to the ticket anymore. You know, I just think it's not something I really like to listen to a bunch anymore, and it is what it is, you know.
Right.
But I
I
mean,
do have
There's just a lot of alternatives on things to listen to,
So
whereas there
much.
didn't really used to be. So
Podcasts.
it's
now
yeah.
now the
Yeah.
Dumbstone's putting out 7 hours a week now. Jesus Christ.
More than that.
7 hours.
Like 10 hours.
Yeah,
a
I
week.
know.
Yeah.
I was like, are we gonna do a long one? I'm like, golly, because
Dude, okay. But before we do,
yeah,
Dumb
we're gonna
Zone,
do Dumb Zone here in a second.
So I do have a theory on why the Freaks split up their lineups, even though it seemed really dumb.
Because
I guess-
their program director's an idiot.
Well,
Yeah.
but I
Partially
do think
that.
I do think I at least have a logic for why they did it, because the original lineup, it was like, all right, it's the Fan in the morning and then the Ticket in the afternoon. And they wanted to mix that up so they didn't like split their audience.
Good.
I guess the theory was like Ticket and Fan listeners will now listen in the morning, and Ticket and Fan listeners will listen in the afternoon if they
Yeah.
mix the rosters up. Because you had Danny, Mike, and Soroy in the afternoon,
Which Dustin will tell
Right.
you,
which is awesome if you're a Ticket listener.
I thought the afternoon
yeah.
show was really good. Now,
really
I-
good
I
because
was-
we love
I
the
was-
Ticket.
Well, I mean,
With groups producing.
I gave the morning show a lot of opportunities, and it never was.
Well, then you had KT and Kavanaugh together. Now it's like
No.
you're back on the Fan
Well,
or
Kenny
whatever.
T was on the ticket for a while, so
I know,
he-
but
He at least had that,
it's
but
not the same. But I get what Jacob's doing or saying, but I think again from what I have my inside sources is that
no good.
yeah, it's no good. Yeah,
yeah.
you're way behind. You're way behind, bitch.
No good.
No, I think the morning show definitely lacked some star. What am I trying to say? Some
Star
star
power.
quality there.
We had discussed it in the chat quite a few times.
But I like.
It was a-
You don't think
but-
Kavanaugh's a big name at this point?
Well,
People
hold
love
on.
Kavanaugh.
Hold on. And yes, I love
If you're
Kavanaugh.
a cowboy dork, yeah.
I love Kavanaugh.
I love Kavanaugh, but I think the morning I think they were really lacking in maybe some of the stuff. So they wanted to put Mike and Danny and KT. They felt that was going to be stronger in the morning, and then with the star power of Reiner in the afternoon, and I think they believe Kavanaugh is like. I believe the future. This is what I'm thinking, and everything else. I know Dustin just likes to make fun of his voice and stuff like that, and the way he
No.
does cadences.
No, I just that
An annoyance.
You don't have to.
Jeff is a sweet guy.
Jeff
I really
is a
like
sweet guy, and he's.
I
a
think
good-
he alters the last words of his sentences a little.
Dude, I love.
But I
Dustin,
think if you
bit
asked
on
him,
the-
he
on
would
the
say,
radio.
"Well, yeah, of course I do that. It's funny."
yeah,
Yeah.
Like, I
Dustin.
think it's a bit.
Can you read something for us real quick?
No, I'm not gonna do
Dustin.
that. No,
Okay, for some people who
Jeff-
don't, people
Jeff
who,
is a great guy.
people who are not
I like Jeff.
following our chat, I made Dustin kept talking about this cadence, and I go, "Well, I need you to record something on the thing. Like, tell me what it sounds like." And he read like his kid's book or something, and
It
Jeff
was-
Jeff
It
Kavanaugh
was
voice.
it's National Geographic.
Yeah, and Jeff Kavanaugh
Yeah.
voice, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I get it." But
Yeah.
I just think he's a, that's just kind of how he is, and he is a sweet guy. So, and
Yeah, no, he's a great guy.
and I don't really think we're going to talk much about the middays. I think they know that that's pretty much a lost cause there.
Fuck the midday.
Yeah, it's
Very
just
much.
it's not our game. And again, I like Skin. I actually had a really good conversation with him a while back, and we kind of squashed the beef a little bit.
I mean, the thing is, they could actually do really well considering what they're up against now, right?
yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, can we go to that? Because I listened to a little bit of Donnie and what's his
Okay,
name?
let's go to the ticket a little bit. Let's go ahead.
Yeah.
What's his name?
M-
Matt McLaren. Yeah.
Guy.
Pedo,
All right.
Mike
So-
Pedo.
So they tried to do a
McLaren.
bit, and I feel so bad for Donnie because I think Matt McLaren sucks.
Oh yeah.
Wow, breaking
All right,
HSO.
first of all-
Hot.
Kind of,
First
it
of
was
all-
kind of a surprise that he
Bruce.
got the gig. Like, what was he doing? Was he was working on weekends, right?
He was
Was it-
working in Birmingham.
Yeah, he
Oh,
went
that's
out.
right.
He was like drive time in Birmingham, Alabama. Roll Tide.
I thought
Oh wow.
I thought I had.
All right, well, let me start here with McLaren. Like, forget about his dating life. I don't really care all that much about that. What I do care
he
about
applauds
is
it. He applauds it.
I can't stand guys whose whole personality is beards and IPAs. I think those are the most boring men on the planet. It's awful. So right there, I don't even want to listen to him because I already
Worse than
think he has a
Chris.
big.
Yeah,
way
the
worse
IPA
than Chris
drinkers have
Chris.
always kind of the beer drinkers that are.
And I used to be one of those types, and then I gave up alcohol.
Okay,
He
Well-
became way more interesting of a person, I'm sure.
that's when we started really liking you. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
So
All right, so I was
Stop
listening
drinking.
today. I was listening today because I was like, I kind of been ignoring college football podcasts this week, kind of mourning a little bit. Anyway, so I
what happened?
listened a little
BC
bit
lost
today.
on
What
Saturday.
happened?
Didn't
Did they lose?
You fucking lost as 17-point favorite, so fuck off
who
with
lost?
podcast right now.
Who lost?
Fucking pissed
Honestly,
me off,
didn't
dude.
know.
I'm so mad.
I
No,
meant-
they fucking lost. They missed. They got 3 field goals blocked in the fourth quarter, and we lost by
don't
3.
care. We're just trying to throw you off sides, and you hit
Well,
it.
it worked.
No, I honestly didn't know what
I
happened.
get it.
Dude, it was great. Okay, go, Jake. Go,
Anyway.
Jacob.
All right, so I was kind of excited because Donnie set up like this really cool bit for McLaren, and right away I was like, McLaren better not blow this. He better not suck ass. So they played some audio of McLaren saying, "Yeah, have you ever like gone to a brewery and sampled like 25 beers and try to guess with your friends which beer it is and see who get the most right?" And I'm
Oh,
like, I'm gonna mass murder. I'm gonna mass murder that bar.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
I know where this is
they
going.
play that audio, and at the end of the audio, McLaren goes, "Oh yeah, I mean, I could like your domestic lights. I can name all those just right, like blind taste test, easy."
Yeah.
And so of course they were like, "Oh, okay, big shot." And so Donnie went to the grocery store and he bought 6 different beers, like
Yeah.
single beers.
That's
I
funny.
And he's like, "All right,
fucking love
beer
this.
man, we're gonna put you to the test."
No, I saw this. I saw this on Reddit, and I think that's fucking gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the idea is
It is.
great. The idea is great. But then McLaren's dumbass. So they take the 6 beers, they pour them in solo cups, right? And so he had Heineken, Coors Light, Bud Light, Budweiser, Dos Equis, and Coors Banquet. Okay? And they're in red solo cups. So they were like, "All right, Matt, we've numbered them 1 through 6. We whoever in the back knows what they are. We're gonna see how many you can get right." McLaren spends the next 10 minutes not saying a word, just like taking a sip of the beer and like swishing it around in his mouth and then smelling the beer. Like he went to full ass beer asshole guy.
And
And it-
he probably
and
he probably
killed the
air, he probably
Beer snob
aerate.
guy.
Did he
Beer
air,
sommelier.
and poor Donnie, bless his heart. He's trying to carry the bit. He's trying to like say, look, he looks like a scientist at work right now. And McLaren is giving him nothing.
God,
He's
that
just
sucks,
killing the
bro.
bit. And DJ, fucking DJ, he gets annoyed and he finally goes, all right, let's start throwing out some guesses now.
Yeah. Can we do some radio now?
Yeah.
I bet this
And
fucking
it was getting uncomfortable because Donnie was trying to carry it. And DJ
Just give
finally
me the
said,
freaking answer.
yes, yes.
I don't. We're gonna get audio first. I don't want.
Oh my God, it was so bad. And so finally he spits out his guesses, and they were like, all right, so what's the over under? And DJ goes, they set the over under at 2.5 or 3.5 out of 6. And DJ goes, big under.
Big under. He
And
seems to
this
be,
son of a bitch gets 1 out of 6.
hold on. Here's the
out of
part.
six.
Here's the part that I didn't.
Which one did he get?
I would say that's the part I didn't know is which one did he get? I bet he got
Oh, man.
Heineken right.
Bud Light, probably.
No, but I
Well,
bet that
no.
would make that would be, that
No,
would make
I
sense.
actually want to
You know what?
say, it was
Budweiser
like
might be
Coors
pretty distinct.
Banquet on a lucky
Oh,
guess.
really?
That's a pretty distinctive.
No,
beer.
but he was bullshitting the whole time. He was what? It was he lucky guess that should have got you at least 2.
Lucky guess. Should have got you too. Does
Yeah.
it say
Right,
on
and
here?
then and so they start teasing him, right? They were like, I don't think you really drink beer at all. And this motherfucker takes this shit so seriously. He's like, well, it didn't help that I have like sinus problems, and they were just dogging him so hard. I don't think they like him, and I don't think they should. I think this is gonna fail.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
my
I think he's
10 minute
kind of
assessment.
their Rocco, I think. You
yeah,
know,
he will.
Dude, he sucks.
he's the Rocco 25 years later.
So he's going to call into a weekend show and just, badmouth everybody for like.
he's-
Dude, Brad, I was seriously about to text you about this, but I was driving in traffic.
Well, no,
so
I saw it on Reddit today, and I'm not.
Yes.
In the words
That's
of
not fair.
in the words of Nate Diaz, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers. Like the dude he's been a spare for well over a decade. He has no. I have no. Like, man, I need to hear fucking Matt McLaren really break down something. Like,
Well, I know why he got the job, or I have a guess.
it's
why he got
it's
the
an
job.
easy crossover because he already worked in Birmingham
Because
in
he
a Cumulus
kissed-
station.
You kiss somebody's ass.
They don't
No.
have they don't have to
No.
they don't have to carry over a contract or sign anybody. It's cheaper. Yeah.
Yes, he's the lowest bidder for the job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a low bidding job. He goes, okay, are you gonna take what market is Birmingham in? You're gonna take he did a midday show in Birmingham. He's a fucking spare. And next week on the show, we're gonna have Matt McLaren.
No, 'cause the guy's got nothing. He has no
Oh, I
personality.
know. I was like,
That's the worst part about him.
yeah, Matt McLaren
So
will
I've got
definitely
a
not win this
funny
podcast.
story.
Wasn't
for
he
you
at the
guys.
ticket before he went to Birmingham for
Yeah,
a while?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
stuck
He
in.
hosted the Stars pregame show.
That's
And
what it was. Yeah, I remember now.
He
'Cause I remember
spared-
hearing his voice.
He spared the death out of that one.
Yeah.
That's why the
So,
Stars.
yeah.
That's why Steve Ott sucked, and that's why the Stars sucked back then.
Yeah, that's it. I do like that funny joke that they had back in the day whenever the Stars were going in a lockout, and so Matt McLaren's part of his money was coming from doing the post game show, and he's like, they're in the lockout, and I think was it Mike Soroy who made the comment of Matt McLaren had just had a child, and he's like. And Matt McLaren's got his child over there with flies hanging around its mouth right now because the Stars aren't playing. Okay, I guess it was funnier back in the day. I don't know. Like, Jesus, y'all fucking laid out of the hell out of that
Yeah,
one.
I wasn't paying any attention.
Jesus
No,
Christ!
I was reading the Reddit stuff
All
about Matt McLaren where someone put on there. He goes,
Here, I'll just.
they go, hey man, he has a sinus infection.
So when I
That's
worked for
pretty funny.
Kentucky Big D, we used to dog him quite a bit.
Are you the
And-
former writer of Big D and whatever the heck?
Yeah, well, it's a long time ago.
Okay, go ahead.
In fact, at one point, Jake actually once called me a racist hockey writer, but that's neither here nor there. We buried the
so
hatchet.
weird. so weird.
We're not
You
going
know
to get
that-
into racist
Is he that
hockey writer.
racist hockey? Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Here's the thing.
Doesn't he like
in
that
case
sport where
Jake's
a bunch of white
listening,
people play
redlining
it?
does still exist.
Who
Yeah.
in here is not,
Not
Jake?
talking about hockey.
Who in here has not been called a racist by Jake?
I don't think he's called me a racist.
He doesn't know who you are.
Dustin hasn't.
That's true. He
Well, you
doesn't,
tweet
brother.
boring.
Yep.
But anyway,
Don't worry, I do too now.
Yeah.
Matt McLaren emailed one of our younger writers and said, "Why don't you come up to the station and you can just kind of observe and see what's happening?" Which we thought was kind of odd. Obviously, the writer didn't take him up on that offer. But
Was your writer
just-
like a young 17-year-old boy
Yeah.
or something?
yeah, right out of high school.
Ooh.
Huh.
No, okay. Whoa, sorry. I don't even know how to turn this off now.
You can't play that anymore.
Well, I just did. Okay. So let's move on.
What else?
Is anybody listening to what is the they just named a show with Sean Bass and Mino. What did they name the,
Oh.
I don't have any interest in listening to
the
that.
Spare Hour?
Sorry.
I don't know what the hell it's going to. I don't know.
I like both of them, but
I personally I like both of them, but they might have gotten really screwed on that one.
again, two lowest bidders.
Yep.
They're trying to reset the market for radio hosts.
Yes. Okay, well, let's move on from that to let's go to the dumb zone.
Let's get to Dumb Zone. How many subscribers are they at now? Like 10,000?
Man, they would be raking in the dough. I know they definitely hit
60,000 a month.
They definitely hit over the 5K. And me and Jacob did the podcast last week. We didn't even really mention that Blake Jones is now technically on the dumb zone
He's
now.
probably they're probably giving him a little taste.
He's
a little
gotta get
part time.
yeah, I know everybody who kept doing 5,000 times
because he has another job.
6.9. Oh, they're both raking in 500K a
Dude.
year.
What they probably owe in lawyer fees and
Yeah.
all that shit. I know they have to probably have an accountant. Like they're running a business now, so revenue.
Yeah.
Trust me, I can look at my P&L and my company and know that revenue does not equal gross margin.
I
'cause
mean-
there's a lot of shit in between.
Yeah.
Jacob will be making the dumb zone matrix here soon for them, and
If they need somebody to run their finances,
yeah. It is funny to see, and I'm glad that Jake. Oh no, I don't think Jake. Yeah, maybe he did acknowledge it, but you see like a more energetic Jake now that the lawsuits and stuff is over. But during the lawsuit, Jake was just like a ghost. Could barely make any jokes or anything like that. He was just kind of there. But
there
now-
are times where the show dragged.
yeah. And I'm glad they only did an hour because if they did more than that, it would have been just, it would not be watchable or listenable. So,
See, I kind of wonder at what point they'll move to like streaming on YouTube.
I think as soon as that non-compete gets out, I think they did mention that they are going to start the free show
Live
back
streaming?
up. The free show back up. Because
Well, I'm already giving their ass $7 a month. So sorry, $6.90 a month.
plus tax.
Yeah. Which
They-
is
they
like
tax that shit.
$7.37.
No, I'm just joking. I have no
They
idea.
do. They actually do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Hey, Rook, how many podcasts do y'all subscribe to?
I think
Just that one.
I think I'm at 3.
You have 3. I think I have 2. I think it's just Banter and Dumb Zone.
I think and hope Jake
Like
doesn't-
to pay or like paying for?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah, like any content you pay for.
Oh,
Oh.
You can leave out your OnlyFans subscriptions. I don't care
Yeah,
about
I was about to say OnlyFans.
I don't have one because I don't
3 or
understand why you would want to pay
4.
for that.
did you know that
Um,
porn is free?
Yeah. On Reddit.
No, I don't
So
pay
I've
for
heard.
any podcasts. I only subscribe to free ones. So I
Well,
don't.
I think actually, okay, that's just Patreon, and I accidentally hope Jake doesn't find out, but I did unsubscribe from It's Just Banner. Maybe I'll go back, but
Yeah,
they were
I
pretty spare for the
unsubscribed
last.
trying to
like
trim
2 years ago.
if you're trying to trim the 2024 budget, I don't know. I think you can get by just on the free episodes.
Yeah, I think I will, but they've been doing this.
Yeah,
they've been doing
I
this
got-
bit where they were just interviewing dudes, and it was just like, "Hey, this is this guy
Yeah,
named Pete over here, and he
Yeah.
does stuff," and they try to make it interesting, which I think they do a pretty good job, and they fucking won. Man,
Yeah.
wow, the Bears
Yeah,
won, guys.
I'd had enough of that pod a couple years ago. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I think they've cooled it a little bit, but I mean, it's just so funny.
So the thing is, I can't really tell the difference between the free episodes and the paid ones. They said when they started, they were like, I miss getting like deep into sports like we used to. Like we can do that on the paid one.
And
they don't.
They don't do that at all. And
Like,
that's
I don't know what the difference is. Sometimes I think the free ones are better than the ones I pay for.
well, and then that's what was always kind of pretty nice about like the old school It's Just Banner ones was really them trying to, because they never talked on the radio at all. So they were finally going, hey, I want to talk about this new analytic thing and blah, blah, blah.
Break down the Cowboys 4-3 defense.
Yeah,
and
or
how much
something like
pressure
that.
they're getting
Yeah.
on the quarterback.
And that shit was so fascinating. I
it
loved
was so good.
It was so good. And I guess I don't know if they do that anymore.
Sometimes I'll go back and listen to them just to see, like, when TC says, no, in 3 years, the Cowboys are going to be unstoppable.
Yeah.
Just hear their predictions.
Yeah. He will never remind, or, I don't know. I would say
They got too political for my liking.
it's just,
And
I
didn't agree
think
with
they've
anything
cooled
they
it down
said,
a little
so-
bit because in our,
They got obsessed with Trumps, and it got annoying.
it is funny to hear like,
Yeah, but then Trump won, so the content was amazing.
Mm-mm.
it was. What?
Yeah,
All they did was bitch and moan about dumb shit, and they just
exactly.
Yeah.
And hearing them complain was funny.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can understand that. You should have heard Dan and Jake complain about Eric Johnson the other day, and they acted
The
like
mayor?
they
wait,
acted like
yeah,
little women.
He switched
Like,
parties, didn't he?
yeah, but I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know anything about any of this, and everyone's like, they thought they voted in a Democrat, and it's like, well, no, he never. I don't know. Maybe he did.
I was gonna say I didn't think mayors like usually affiliated with
No,
parties,
yeah, they
right?
don't have political affiliations with the mayors.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you want to talk about mayors? Do you know who
No.
who the hottest mayor is?
Maddie.
Oh my god, that Fort Worth
The Fort
mayor.
Worth mayor, right?
That Fort Worth
Yeah.
mayor, man, she gets me hot and bothered.
Mayor Maddie.
Dude, I was watching
Maddie Parker.
I was watching
Yeah.
TV with my wife the other day, and I was going. We were just watching the news, and I go, "Ugh, that Fort Worth mayor." She goes,
I remember when I bought my house.
wish
When I
that
bought my house
she
in
would-
Fort Worth. Oh, sorry. Y'all go ahead. Be horny.
I was going to say,
No,
a couple
I'm
years
just-
ago,
I'm
Betsy
doing some
Price
research.
came out
Shut
to
up.
our
Go ahead,
national
Brandon.
night out, and I very much would like if Maddie Parker came out to ours.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay.
We're there.
All right. Go on. Get it all out of your system.
Go ahead, Jacob.
That's all.
When I bought my house in Fort Worth back in 2017, I remember I'm a homeowner now. I got to get into city. I got to know what's going on in my
City
city.
politics. Yeah.
I tried so hard for like 2 months.
She's
and I
over-
got so bored.
Jake,
and I
I'm over
quit.
there at Chapel. I'm over there at Chapel Creek in 20, and Jacob's got a sign up going Maddie for mayor.
Well, at that time, I can't remember who our mayor was at the time, but it seemed like that lady was going to
Betsy?
be there forever. Betsy. I was going to say Betsy Ross.
Betsy Ross. It's Price. Which,
Yeah, she
by
made
the
a
way,
flag too, I think.
no, she
she was in office forever.
she was gay. No, I mean she was blind. No, she was white. She was a white lady.
Yeah, I got bored though.
She was a grandma, though.
She did have a spare sign where it was vote for Betsy Price, and it looked like a Best Buy sign. I'm like that.
Yeah, I
was-
remember she used to have citizens meet up for like bike riding.
Okay, and I digress, but
Yeah, I googled hottest female mayors,
Jesus.
all right, bring them up.
and
Share your screen. Share
I'm
the
gonna get-
screen.
On my work
there's
computer.
there's a YouTube video about it.
Okay.
Oh. Oh no,
Are you watching
Turn this
porn right
down.
now?
no, that was just the.
Okay.
That's
That's
sound of
not
the video.
YouTube, bro.
That's you. It says you.
No, it's YouTube.
Okay. Anyways,
No, No, these women aren't.
all right, Dustin, shut up.
Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can get this here. See
Okay.
if it'll share.
So anything else about the Dumb Zone? Anything?
Um,
Is the show getting better? I think it is.
Yeah, I've never listened to it.
Well, thank you for
they're,
your input.
Like, the Today in History segment drags on too much for me.
I am over that segment. I think that should
I don't
be
like the background music, and I just think there's so many times I just space out and I just hear noise in my ear. I'm not really paying attention to
Okay.
what they're talking
Okay,
about.
that's good. Okay, let's not talk about the good things that the Dumb Zone's doing. And this is the official podcast of the Dumb Zone. Right?
Is it?
Yeah, because we're already
because
another
we're
dumb. We're already
Yeah.
Oh
I got
we
really
started
them
this
yet?
pod
Have you
in
looked into that legally?
anticipation for this.
yes.
Yeah,
we
right.
the another dumb podcast we think is just about that. But it's
No,
just
we were waiting for this day.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
isolated
This is our
ourselves
moment.
from litigation.
Dude, when he came out that it was the Dumb Zone, I literally was like, dude, I can't believe it.
Yeah, we're the official.
We-
Yeah, you're right.
We are the official podcast.
We should
of the
do
Dumb
we should
Zone.
do pre and post game shows every day. They
Oh
record.
god, but they have to be they have to be 4 hours long.
What do you think they're going to talk about today? Let's look at what happened on this day in history and let's
Jesus.
predict what they're going to
Yeah,
talk
let's
about.
Sorry,
predict
honey, I
it.
can't cook.
Let's
And then the post game show. Oh man, I didn't see that one coming.
Oh,
They totally got it.
Can you believe that fact? Oh my god.
What?
What a spare segment. And
But it's like half the show.
But I will say what is funny about that segment is whenever they go, so in 1957, the board Jake already gets in. He goes, I'm sure this is going to be where they let somebody into school and there was no problem at all, right? It's like, not exactly. Okay.
Yeah, they'll go on that. you
Yeah,
know.
but that's
They'll be
funny.
like,
But
"Oh, at least they got like paid fairly at their jobs, right?
yeah, yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
no.
Not exactly. No, I do have a problem with the overproducing of the podcast. I think it's
They're just
like
goofing off with that though.
do what?
They're just goofing around with that.
I
though.
get that. Like even I do find it funny when they do. And this is another Dumb Zone interstitial. Like
Where I like
think
that's
that's
the Dumb Zone News. Like and subscribe.
like
And then they
I
did point
get
that,
it.
They're like, well, they're already subscribed.
we're already there. So, but it is a little overproduced. Like I don't
Yeah, I
need.
think it's a bit though.
I get it, but it's a podcast.
I do like the ex-cowboy updates that they do.
They used to do that on the ticket too, though. On the
I honestly don't get
on
that.
bad radio.
Am I stupid that I don't get that bit?
Yeah, kind of. Because what they're doing is
Yeah.
like finding a cowboy who did very little or something bad, and like, let's check out their highlights from last week.
Okay.
And Zeke up the middle, the ball came loose, and that's going to be Green Bay ball.
Okay, maybe I'm not getting on my end though, because I literally hear, let's hear from this, and then like there's nothing.
Oh no! So they did one for Noah Brown, and they were like,
Nothing
let's
happened?
check in on former Cowboy Noah Brown.
And nothing
And
happened.
then the music just plays for 30 seconds.
All right, that's a pretty good bit. All right, I'm not gonna lie.
He was inactive last week.
I'm a dummy.
Exactly.
This isn't called another dumb podcast for no reason. That's funny. Okay, that's pretty funny. Okay, I'm not gonna lie about that one. Okay, yeah, the overproducing, and I think the whole it was funny.
Oh, the Bears are celebrating. Somebody tell the Houston media.
Oh,
Ryan McTaggart.
we didn't talk about that either.
Fuck them. We should not give them the time or the inclination.
Well, why did? Well, I even understand about Emily Jones. Like, why did she like delete her entire ex over it?
I don't know. Brandon is hopping mad about it though.
Yeah.
Hopping mad.
Brandon is the #1 defender of Emily Jones and all women
I am
in
not.
sports media.
We call
Guys,
Brandon.
come on.
He's the defender of all women.
I'm the White Knight.
And the White Knight of
Yeah.
DFW, as we call him.
And how many maidens have returned your saving?
Exactly.
Need to bring that meme.
All right.
That meme.
That
back.
was my favorite meme. I love that meme every time because it was a legit thing.
Maiden saved online.
Yeah. Okay. Damn. Other than that, okay. I guess Dumb Zone's all right. I guess we don't have anything other than that. Oh,
It's good. I look forward to it every day.
I will say I had to.
Does it come out every day, or is it twice
Now
a week or whatever?
Now that they're not in court all week, yeah, I think it's getting pretty consistent.
It is. It's been every day. Are they going to do a Friday show? I guess they have to do a Friday show.
What else are they gonna do?
Chappie.
Yeah, you have to do Chappie, by the way, who sucks ass at picking games, except for this one tonight. He did pick this one correctly.
I mean, he would run laps around the picks with friends.
Okay, but
Oh yeah.
I was wondering. I'm like, dude, he's picked some terrible games this year so far. Does he like get on a run eventually?
If you played his lock of the week every week all football season, you would come out 65-35, I'm sure.
Really?
Like, yeah, if you pick like one random week and you tail his bet and you lose, you might, God damn, this guy sucks. But like the best bettors are around like 60%.
Yeah, but he's 0 for 4 right now.
Yeah, and then he'll go
just
like
go
5 for 5.
and he'll go on a streak.
Yeah, that's
Well,
the way betting works, dude.
But what
Don't
I'd
you bet?
say,
Don't you
what
gamble?
would I say? Like, how great of a handicapper is he really? And of like, now I have more information than when you're in the first 4 weeks, where you don't have as much information as you do down the stretch during the season.
It's really hard early in the season.
Yeah, it's like I get that, but
and then especially football's so fucking impossible. I think,
Oh.
especially the NFL.
NFL's terrible. College
the
is a
very-
little bit
Anyone
easier.
bets on that,
College
dude.
is
Like,
way easier.
Well, the problem with
Yeah.
NFL is it's so fun to bet on it, but the margins are so thin. There's so much variance.
Mhm.
Like you really have to make a lot of bets with a lot of money to make any kind of considerable gains if you're lucky. Like I think in the NFL, if you're like over 50%, but you're placing big money on bets and you hit big on, let's say you win like 53%. If on that 3% you're hitting big, then it can matter. But if you're like just a hobbyist like I am,
hobbyist.
like I'm gonna lose money on the NFL every season, but it's so fucking fun to do because the games
Yeah.
you do win, it's fun, but you're gonna end up losing it because
Okay.
the NFL is impossible. Now in college, if you can make disciplined bets in college, there's some alpha to be found there. You can make money in college.
Well, my lock of the week was definitely West Virginia last week.
Oh no.
So
Well, then you did well.
Yeah.
No,
Sure.
some of the podcasts I listened to were taking West Virginia because they play really good defense. Blah blah blah. That ended up mattering. I don't want to talk about it.
dude.
I mean, I will if y'all want. If y'all want to talk,
No,
I'll talk
Jake.
about it.
It's so funny to watch you melt down like this. This is hilarious.
No, dude, I'm furious because that, like, the Colorado game. Okay, we got snake bit in that one. First game of Shador and all that. Travis Hunter, fine, lost that one. But to gain 1 yard of offense in the third quarter against West Virginia at home when you're 17-point favorites, it's just fucking disgusting. I was heated.
Yeah.
It's just, are you doing like
I
that?
mean, you can still win. You have 3
Right.
field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Make 2 of them, and you sneak out of there. You get all 3 blocked. Just shoot me.
That was funny this week when they did Patriots play-by-play or color radio audio, and the guy is literally just a dad watching the game going, "What are they doing? I can't believe they did." And he just goes, "Disgusting." Wasn't it? I thought you were taking from that word. It's just disgusting.
Yeah, no, it was bad. Do y'all follow Portnoy?
Yeah. Every now
So
and then.
he's a big Patriots fan,
Mostly
right?
for
And
pizza.
He was tweeting about the game early, like, "Oh, that's a big stop by the Patriots. Forced Cowboys to a field goal in their first drive." And then he didn't tweet about the game at all. But
Yeah.
of course, people were like dogpiling him.
Yeah.
And he quote tweeted somebody that was like making fun of the Patriots. And all he said about the game after that first tweet was, "Tim Wakefield just died. Have some respect, you animal."
Holy moly. What a force field, motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
He's pretty funny. He'll say-
I didn't
he'll
know
come up with
Tim
some funny
Wakefield
stuff.
was 56. Didn't it feel like he just stopped pitching a couple years ago?
Absolutely.
Well, yeah,
Well,
I mean,
hell,
he
he-
pitched well into his
He
40s.
did. Yeah, he pitched into
He was
his
a knuckleballer.
Yeah.
But he was 56 though.
Yeah, but he's.
I
think
thought he was
paid-
older
I
than
think he
that. But
stopped
he was
pitching
a pretty
10
old
years
rookie
ago.
when he
I was
came
like,
in.
damn, he must have only been in his 40s. Feels like he just stopped pitching. No, he was 56.
Did you hear about that whole thing with Tim Wakefield? Apparently,
Kurt Schilling fucked it all up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
he pitched until
Kurt
2011.
Schilling's an asshole.
but
2011?
Yeah, he was pitching
God
at 44.
I must have been drunk from 2011 to 2022.
No, he actually pitched at 45. Actually, wow,
that's what I said.
that's crazy.
I said 45, so
he was-
he pitched almost a decade
Yeah.
ago. I
Yeah,
mean,
but I
Yeah.
just really stopped. I really thought he stopped pitching just a couple years ago.
well, you do a lot of drugs and alcohol, so
No, I
that's what it is. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Um,
2011 is when I went to TCU. So yeah, it's been a blur since then.
You've been around.
There you go.
Um,
Beautiful women for
yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, now I'm living in
No,
Dallas.
No, so and I guess Kurt Schilling, man, I don't know. People seem to dogpile Kurt Schilling. I know because he's some right wing.
Yeah, it's because of his
Idiot.
political opinions.
But
yeah.
what exactly
It is,
did he
but-
do?
He revealed that Tim Wakefield had brain cancer.
And his wife has pancreatic cancer at the same time. So they were cancer buddies.
Too soon. Jesus Christ.
When did they share cancer
Yeah.
cells or something? Or
Jesus Christ.
Just saying, keep that pastor on speed dial.
no. We're entering the part of the program where Jacob's had a little bit of bourbon.
Yep.
I got to get it all out of my system. So I don't
At
know
least-
those game beers.
You know what I will say though, if you're gonna get your controversial hot
Whoever-
takes out, make sure it's around the hour 36 mark, okay? 'Cause
Yeah,
this
when
is
people
the-
are like,
this is the
"God,
part
man."
where everyone's
Yeah.
completely out. They're
Ah,
they're waiting
Whoever
for
took-
Blake Jones to show up. He's not coming.
I need someone to. Brad, you need to post the video of this to YouTube and then make a short out of Tim Wakefield's pastor.
I'm not recording, thankfully. Not recording the video. On this
Okay,
video.
Boomer, you only do
Whoever-
audio only podcasts now? Wow.
You know what? I found out today. I just bought I'm on a trial right now. I can stream on fucking YouTube on this bitch. So there you go.
Well,
But
let's do it.
We're not going to. No.
Oh, line them up.
Well, it streams on my private YouTube account, so I got to figure that
Private
out.
YouTube, huh?
Yeah. I don't want
What's that
everybody.
mean?
Well, I have just leave me alone.
Anyway, all right. Question about Kurt Schilling. At what point does it stop being, oh, that's his political views, and then it's like so crazy that's just a crazy man? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you say like, okay, what are Brad's political views? And then he's like, well, these are some things I believe based on my experiences and things I've read. But at some point, you just fucking believe in a religion. You know what I'm saying? Like, what point does it stop becoming political and it starts becoming a religion? Does that make sense at all? Because I don't consider Kurt Schilling political.
I just think he
He's
sounds.
just more
I
of a
think
crazy
he just
man.
has some hot sports opinions.
He
on-
sounds
on
like
things.
literally every middle-aged guy that I know like that. He's
Well,
not.
maybe Kurt Schilling's not the best example.
Well,
but if you were
it's
to
just
take,
it's just
like-
because in a limelight thing, like for some people, this comes off as like, whoa, this is really too extreme, and it's like, do you work in construction and are you around any of these type of people? Because I run into people like this all the
All
time.
right. Bad
There are a
example.
lot of
But let me
baseball
ask you
players
this:
that have similar opinions to him. Trust me.
Yeah,
Because a lot of them are Southern white dudes.
Yeah, or
So
just.
how do you think they're going to think?
I mean,
Like, do you
I don't
think
know if it
they're
has to
gonna-
be a Southern thing. I mean, he
You
is,
know,
yeah. But it's just.
Yeah, I don't think Michael Young is like on the trans rights.
Is he
you
really a commentator
panel.
for Blaze TV?
All right, let me ask it this way:
Michael
Would you
Young?
consider? Has anybody ever described Adolf Hitler as
Oh
a
my
politician?
Lord.
No.
Well, but
Okay.
I was wondering. It only took an hour and 39 minutes for Hitler to be brought up.
Whatever. Okay, but to my point,
His
to my
hand's not
point,
on.
has anybody ever called him a politician?
No,
Like at what? Like
No,
it
he's
becomes
always a
beyond
dictator.
politics at some point.
no, he had to get elected at one point, and everybody thought he was real gnarly. I can tell that much.
All right, nobody's getting my
And
point.
he
That's
had
fine.
some good
I can-
ideas.
What's your
I
point?
A lesser man would argue
think he
until he's
does.
blue in the face, but I'm man enough to know that.
I think
fine.
we were about to agree with you, but all right, you just really
Well,
punted that one.
The general question is, at some point, it stops being, oh, these are his politics, and it starts becoming, this man is crazy, or this woman is crazy.
Oh yeah. I get
Yeah.
what you're saying, bud.
Jeez, I literally just asked that.
No,
5 minutes ago.
I get your framing of it. Okay, I get it. Okay, calm down. Jesus. Yeah, I get your framing on it, and yeah, I know it's not of this is what I believe. It's here's it even more, and I can only say it at an hour and 40. That guy is retarded. I mean, it's just stupid way he says. It's like no, it's like what this person believes, you know, and that's where the kind of the disconnect with a lot of these things happen, and why politics is fucking dumb, and it's just like I don't know. I just don't believe government should do these type of things, or I think the government should do all these things, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think you're any dumber or smarter or whatever. I just think you just truly think differently, because they're fucking real dumbass people who believe right wing shit and believe left wing shit. They're dumb fucking people all over. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not. Everyone tries to think that they're on the smarter side, and they may think that, but you trust me, they're all. Not all. I'm being hyperbolic here, but they're definitely dumb fucking people on these sides, and yes, the evil part is always kind of the funnier part about these parts. And I will say, I think right wingers may be a little bit better at this. I hate to, but a lot of people are like, yeah, I don't really fucking believe, the government should provide all this stuff and take over all this, and the other side goes, you're a fucking evil piece of shit, racist, because you believe this. And that's where politics needs to just fucking leave. I hate it. So,
Yeah.
can't believe this got all political tonight.
It's probably kept Schilling out of the Hall of Fame because
Is he really out of the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. He's arguably
Raiders hate him.
Arguably the best postseason pitcher of all time. He's money in the postseason.
I'm trying to,
because he said a bunch of
Better than
stupid
Jordan
things, which is really ridiculous. But until Jordan Montgomery yesterday, which is really ridiculous because a lot of the writers that have turned on him and
they're a bunch of freaking
don't vote him in.
They're a bunch of
were
queefs.
were the people that were basically stating, that they were going to vote in. Most of them voted in the steroid guys, but
Speaking of writers,
but whenever you say things, that's going too far, with some of the stuff that he said. But
He does have a higher ERA than Nolan
I don't
Ryan.
see how the two.
That's crazy.
Does he?
Yeah.
speaking of writers,
3.4.
See, there you go.
I have in front of me, if you guys are interested, and you can say no, it's fine. But the Keith Law draft write-up from the 2020 draft regarding the Rangers.
And what, on Evan Carter?
Evan Carter, Justin Foscue, but mostly Evan Carter. Would you like to hear it?
I'll say that I was definitely a huge skeptic of that because no one had ever heard of him.
Who is this?
Whenever they draft Keith Law.
Evan Carter is the rookie left fielder for the Texas Rangers. He had a big wild card round against Tampa Bay. I think he went 4 for 4 with 3 walks and a home run.
Yeah, what a beast.
Yeah, he's been awesome.
All right, but the thing is, it's okay to be skeptical, but when you're like so sure that, okay, let me just read and then you can form your own opinion on what you think of this write-up. Texas had the most perplexing draft of all this week with 4 of their 5 picks appearing with 4 of their 5 picks appearing to be significant overdrafts. They took Justin Foscue, a below-average defensive second baseman from Mississippi State. He was very good at Mississippi State, by the way.
Yeah, he can hit. I mean, that's all he's done, really.
Fucking
Just
great.
Continue hitting. Yeah.
In the first round, presumably on the basis of high blah, 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 blah. Let me skip down to Evan Carter.
You want to talk about the guy
ahead
that
didn't really save
never
much time,
admits
did it?
wrong
Okay.
on anything. Keith Law is one of those guys.
In the second round, they
what
took
a
Evan
fruit.
Carter, a Tennessee high school outfielder committed to Duke, who was the size you want in a corner outfielder, some speed, and plus raw power, but with a bat that's a long way off. With a serious swing and miss issue already, he probably wasn't a top 5 round talent and seemed like a lock to get to Durham.
There you go.
Okay.
Now, does that sound like skeptical, or I could run the Rangers better than the Rangers could run the Rangers?
Oh, dude, I love that. That was a great article, by the way.
And the tone of voice that he wrote it in, to me,
What-
is what really gets me.
I think he wrote it just like you said it.
I'm about to say, just a real scumbag, like little.
He sucks.
He's a dillweed.
Dude, I haven't followed that dude in
I
10
can't believe
years.
I ever used to.
I haven't followed that dude
Yeah.
in 10 years. I've been blocked by him. So fucking cares.
Well, he tried to single-handedly take down the TCU baseball program
Okay.
back in the day.
I've got a stat line for you that I find the most impressive by Kurt Schilling. And you want to know what it is? Out of all the
Bloody
things.
sock.
Do what?
Bloody sock.
Okay, it's
Oh,
not
hold
about,
on, what-
no. Not anything about. I'm talking about a full season stat.
What else
line.
is there? There's
Okay, here's my favorite stat line, and this is
4
one of
nights in October.
this is one of his best seasons he ever had was in 2001 with Arizona, and he won a fucking World Series that year, right?
Yeah, he's a Red Sox in my heart, right, Brandon?
That's right.
So he had 35.
Remember when he was a Philly?
Do
He
what?
was a Philly.
Yeah.
He was a Philly.
Yeah, he was a
He
he
pitched
was,
in the 92 World Series.
honestly, like literally majority of my life, I felt like he was a Philadelphia.
Yeah, I thought he was a
Philly.
mercenary after he left the Phillies.
Yeah. He had 35 starts for Arizona that year, and he won 22 games that year. So regardless, I know we're just doing like bullshit stats that don't matter about anything.
No, that kind of matters, I think.
Yeah, it does. But he had a
Once
really
you get to 22,
22, but he had a badass team regardless. It doesn't matter.
what that tells me, Brad, is that his other stats are also going to be awesome because you don't get to 22 wins with having bullshit stats and having your offense carry.
Absolutely not. But here's what I'm going to say is his most impressive stat, and it's not something that a lot of people look at. He has strikeouts and all that other stuff. He struck out 293 batters. That's a pretty good year. But he was not always like a 300 strikeout kind of guy.
Can I guess your magic stat?
What is it?
How many times he picked off a runner at third?
No, I don't know why I would even fucking get that stat.
Maybe he was the king of it.
He was. No, my most impressive stat and this is throughout his whole career too, fucking incredible, is he had 35 starts that year. How many base on balls do you think he had that year?
Kurt Schilling in what, 2001?
2001. 35 starts. Now, what do you think?
123.
Okay.
I'll say 30.
What the fuck? Why would y'all go so 100? What is it?
What did you asked how many walks he had?
Dustin said 130. I said 135.
Okay.
Brandon?
No, I said 30.
He said
30
30.
walks.
30, which is an incredible stat line regardless.
Yeah.
But
He didn't
Well,
walk a lot of people. He
they're
had-
both incredible,
Cool.
just
They're-
in different ways.
yeah. Which, by the way, I did look at Nolan Ryan's stats to be like, is that really impressive? And it's really
Yeah.
impressive because Nolan Ryan,
He probably had as many hit batters.
Nolan Ryan was consistently the
He walked a lot of people.
He walked
Yeah.
everybody.
He walked a lot of people.
One
Yes.
year he walked 204 batters with California.
He didn't give a shit about the team.
Yeah.
He was out there.
If I can't strike him out, just put him on base.
Yeah.
I'll deal with him later.
Here's my fastball.
Yeah.
You can't hit it. You're a bitch. That's still Dustin's best tweet ever.
He had
What did I say? What?
I don't. It was in a thread. I can't remember what started it, but it was basically like old guys just saying, "Why are the pitchers trying to be all fancy? You know, just throw the heater." And then you said, "That's right. Nolan Ryan never used deception at all." He said, "Here's my fastball. If you can't hit it, you're a bitch."
okay.
Never mind, he had one of the most devastating on-speed breaking balls of any pitcher in the era.
Yeah. No, he
No, that's right. It's trying to be funny. But
he
yeah,
had-
no,
he had
that's not
39
something I'd say.
Okay. He had 39
Can't hit it,
walks
you're a
that year.
bitch. Here's my fastball.
It's funny.
Okay, so the big reveal was 39 walks, which I find to be pretty impressive in 35.
I said 30, right?
Yeah, you did really
he didn't walk
good.
a lot of people.
He did not walk a
So,
lot of people, but the
In
one
Dustin's eyes, Kurt Schilling was disappointing.
that's what I was like when he said 30. I was like, "Come on, man, go a little higher than that. Make it look like it was real impressive."
Yeah, I'm really impressed. I said 130.
Yeah, but he had another one where and I remember this when it happened was in 05. He had 32 starts with 22 walks that year. How fucking incredible is that? That
But
dude-
what if the umpires had known about his politics? Do you think he would have more walks?
they would have been,
Yeah.
they would have definitely. That's
He
outside.
compared Nazis to Muslims. Ball 5. Well, I mean, sir, there's only 4 balls. Don't
Oh.
care. He thinks that Clinton's killed Epstein.
Yeah. What?
Wait, no, that's actually true though.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Well, he's the only one. He's the only one who'd say it, right?
Okay, we got like
Or he
10
said it.
minutes left. I guess we're gonna do the 2-hour one tonight. But let's do a little
Hey,
bit.
Ray. Ray's the only one still listening, and Daniel.
And
Oh
Daniel.
yeah,
and
Dan.
I think there's a Steve.
Shout out to
I
Dan.
think there's a Steve out there.
Dove.
I don't know.
Do you know our retention rate?
Our retention rate? I think the the average. It depends on what episode it is. Some episodes, like 3 minutes in, they're out.
That's probably mine. I'll listen
Probably
to see
me.
what the
God,
audio
that asshole's
quality
on
is
there.
like.
I'm not listening to that guy.
They get through the opening and they're like, "What is this? Oh fuck, I'm out of this."
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Do you want to? Okay, we can't do a quick hit of Eyes Wide Shut conspiracy. We'll have to move that to the next episode
Tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Write that down, Dustin.
We're gonna. He's not the actual for two. He only brings up stuff. He doesn't write anything down.
Oh yeah, he's the ticker man.
He's the,
Yeah.
he's the ticker guy.
Brandon's the yuck monkey.
Here in 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't
Brandon,
know.
I want bits.
Yeah, you
Okay.
better have a game show next time ready to go.
Yeah, you're KT now. Game show every day.
Game show. Yeah, that is a funny thing that he,
He leans on that heavy.
they make an entire day out of
What
it.
was the big deal about Eyes Wide Shut?
What was the big deal about it?
Yeah.
Decent movie. I enjoyed the movie.
The movie.
Um,
The movie's
think I've
way
seen
better
it.
every time I watch it.
Tom Cruise
Oh,
is
really?
good.
The
and
movie's
what's her name? Who's the hot?
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole
Nicole Kidman. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of bits we rely for you on, Brandon.
Yeah.
Right there.
Actresses. Not actors, but actresses. Yeah, it's Stanley Kubrick's last movie that he ever did, and I don't know if you're a big Stanley Kubrick.
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket's a great movie. 2001.
I don't know, but I've been told.
He just liked it for the Marine stuff.
Yeah.
Eskimo pussy is mighty cold.
Man, we are almost at the 2-hour mark.
Good.
Good.
Is good.
No,
good.
I would say the biggest thing is, I don't know. There's a lot of, I'm telling you, you could go all day on Eyes Wide Shut. Just all the things that it kind of encompasses throughout.
Talking about like billionaires running the world and stuff.
Yeah, but that's like the smallest thread of the entire thing.
I guess I need to rewatch it.
Yeah, I mean it's
that was my biggest takeaway. I watched it once.
Yeah, but it came away like apparently Stanley Kubrick like watched some like novella, like some fucking Italian novella or something like that, like in the 1960s, and he's been trying to make the movie for like 30 or 40 years, and then he finally made it, and that was the whole thing of it. So it was and then he just finished the movie, and then he croaked, and that was the whole thing.
They died like 6 days after the release of it or something.
No, it was a few days after he gave it to Warner Brothers. So he'd given the movie, and the thing is like we really don't know exactly what the movie was supposed to be, or he's been known to like edit the movie like the day of the opening and stuff like that. Like,
is he one of those crazy geniuses?
Absolutely. He was, like one of my, he has 4 movies that I put well into my top 20 favorite movies. Stanley Kubrick.
Full Metal Jacket.
Okay. 2001 Odyssey has slowly become one of my favorites as well. Watch that.
I never wanted to watch that movie because it sounds too much like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
It's not even any close to that. It's that's not even remotely close.
And I think that book sucked, so I don't want to watch 2001 Space Odyssey.
No, it's a fucking Space Odyssey's fucking way better. It's an incredible.
All right,
movie.
I'll watch it tonight. And then we can pod after
will
I'm
you
done.
watch it? Okay, when did 2001 come out?
I think 22 years ago.
No, I think it was 1960s or something. You're a fucking asshole.
I mean, I'm just trying to guess. Damn, you don't gotta be mean.
Yeah, 1968. But you watch the beginning of it, and you're like, dude, I can't believe this is a 1968 movie.
Is it about Martians?
No.
Oh.
I really can't even tell you what Space Odyssey is about. It's very layered.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
It's very
I'm about to
layered.
watch it.
Yeah. And then The Shining. I don't know if y'all like The Shining.
So The Shining, I've seen it once, but I kind of got tired near the end. I'm like, I'll finish it tomorrow, and I never did.
God Lord.
So I still have about 20 minutes left of The Shining to watch.
I remember watching that for the first time. I think it was in high school, and that movie shook me.
Jack
It was that
Nicholson's
good.
the man. I know that.
Yeah, and you should watch the.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Have you seen the documentary Room? No, Jacob hasn't, but Room 232, 237.
No, but have you seen the Celebrity Deathmatch where he fought Leonardo DiCaprio?
All right, let's end the podcast. Everybody, have a good night. We're having a good night. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Jacob, do you have any final words? Any final, things? Anything? Let's go through the college breakdown for the week. And
The Matrix? Yeah. Let's fight about the Matrix.
Dude, okay. Let's end with the fucking Matrix, because your Matrix is dumb.
All right. I want to know why, because I always ask you and you lay out on me. So.
Because I don't. It's a matter of opinion. It's not a matter of objective.
Yeah. No shit. It's a matter of opinion.
But you're like,
who do you think I make it for?
Every
Who do you
week
think I
it's
make
like
it for?
this TCU game that no one fucking
Who do you
gives
think
a
I make
shit.
it for, Brad?
No one cares. In all the really important games, you're like, oh, even the fucking LSU Ole Miss game was fucking incredible.
Did I leave it off?
It was
Okay.
tier
Leave that game
2 or 3.
All right.
So in defense of Jacob here is that the tier 1 games still get tier 1 status on here.
Wait, what?
He's never bumped a tier 1 game to tier 2.
LSU in
Just
Ole Miss.
Right.
Because he's
LSU
doing the
Brad, I'll
TCU
give you the
bit.
benefit of the doubt and explain this like I haven't been doing it for 9 years now or whatever. Tier 1 are games where I make plans around.
right.
Okay. Tier 2 are games I really, really want to watch. And if I can watch them, then I'm going to watch them. Tier 3 is if I'm not doing anything else, I'm going to watch those games. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Now, as far as, TCU's on there every week, what game do you think I'm prioritizing the most?
Oh, I know.
Right?
But
I'm
I
not
think,
making this
but I
like,
find it
what
hilarious.
does everybody else want to watch?
Yeah,
These
but
are
I'm
games
saying,
I want to watch. I'm just sharing it.
I know.
I use it every week, Brad. I go to my Twitter and I pull my matrix up. Say, oh shit, we got Mississippi State and Georgia. Let's get to the bar, whatever.
No.
So who's on the tier 1 this week?
Texas
Oh,
OU
you,
to
Texas?
start.
There
Then
you go.
it's Texas A&M. Texas A&M, Alabama. Doing this off memory. I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay.
Yeah, no shit, Brad. What do you think? I'm not gonna watch Alabama, Texas A&M?
That's definitely going to be an upset, right?
I already bet on A&M.
I mean, they're at only 1 point, so
Yeah, now
Alabama
it was
That's a
was
shitty
2.5.
quarterback, right?
no. Hold on.
No.
Like earlier today, the spread was 2.5. Still not that wide, but Texas started spreading rumors about a Milroe injury.
well,
And the
they're
line moved. The line moved 1.5, which is actually a lot of money.
well right now it's at a point. So
Where's that game at? Is it in College Station?
Oh,
It's in
I
College
added it.
Station.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, so I heard it was 2.5,
yeah,
and yes, today when I made the matrix, it was at a point.
yeah. Right now,
But that
it's
was
at a point.
after Texas started spreading Milroe hamstring injury.
I feel like I should
rumors.
release this part of the podcast as its own podcast as we review the college football weekend.
Okay, so 11 a.m. you have Oklahoma, Texas. 2:30 you have Alabama, Texas A&M, and
I
then
like
6
that.
o'clock I have Kentucky, Georgia. 6:30 is Notre Dame, Louisville. 7 o'clock TCU, Iowa State. Those are my tier 1 games.
Ah, that Notre Dame Louisville, man. That's Notre Dame is getting. They have no easy games. I've
No,
seen.
but that's kind of the history of Notre Dame. They've
Yeah.
never been in a conference, and they just try to schedule the hardest games they can.
Yeah.
That's what they've always tried to do.
And I like it. It's they. This is. I mean.
Well,
this is-
and Notre Dame is super fun to watch with Hartman at quarterback,
dude,
and they play killer defense.
he's awesome.
Yeah, so I put that at tier 1 because I love watching Notre Dame play this year.
Yeah.
And Louisville's good. And it's on the road. Louisville fans are going to be going nuts. They'll probably be in all black.
Yeah. 6.5. Okay. Yeah. That.
Yeah, I don't know. I might think Louisville keeps that within 6.5. I
Did you
think
hear?
Louisville will keep it close.
Did you hear Chappie last week was fucking shitting himself because he just missed the line last week for the
No,
for the
I missed
Duke,
it.
the Duke and Notre Dame.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I think they went for a touchdown or an extra. I can't remember.
Yeah.
they-
I took. Go ahead.
I think again that was 6.5. I think, and I think they won it by 7.
Football gives the worst beats of any sport.
Mhm.
Maybe the NBA might be worse because of how games end in the NBA. Like they're dribbling out the clock and they just chuck up a 3 and it goes in.
Fucking
and,
hate it. Yeah. Yeah.
No, but
Yeah, they have a
so
lot of bad beats.
The NBA probably has the worst beats, but football's up there too. So I took Notre Dame money line against Ohio State, and I put for me a significant amount of money on it because I was getting great odds, and I thought Notre Dame legit could beat Ohio State.
God dang! I just realized.
So I lost with a fucking second left, and that really hurt. That really hurt.
It's gonna be hard for me to watch this game in Louisiana with LSU
So-
playing Mizzou. Too.
So while we're on the topic of the Matrix, so Brad last week, he responded, okay, this is just a bit. So I'm going to go back to last week and I want to know I'm going to share my screen, right? And then you guys, before Brad defends himself, you guys tell me, what is Brad seeing that says this is all a bit? So for our millions listening around the world, we have Texas A&M and Arkansas as a tier 1
that was
game.
the first one.
I went to that game. So I put
Good
it tier
for
1.
fucking you. That's a
It's
terrible.
That's the whole point.
That was where I first saw it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's a 6.5 point spread. It's Texas A&M and Arkansas, Southwest
I
Conference
don't even know
rivals,
who the
SEC
fuck.
West.
I don't even know who the fuck. I imagine Texas A&M won that game now, but
They did.
yeah.
Yes.
And
I
was
bet
just,
on Arkansas.
but
Don't
you
worry
had the
about it.
USC Colorado game right fucking there.
In tier 2.
I know, but it feels like that one gets jumped out of there because
All right, but again, I made this.
And you got
I
three
went
SEC
to this
games
game.
in tier 2, huh?
Yeah, I don't think Florida's any good, and
that was not a good
Kentucky,
game. That Florida Kentucky that fucking game.
Yeah, Kentucky
stunk.
whooped them.
I
Yeah, I
didn't
fucking hate
care.
that.
I think Auburn sucks, even though they ended up making that a close game.
I wouldn't have put that.
LSU had already they'd already lost the game, and Ole Miss really fucking sucked.
That's the one that I had a really big problem with.
tier 2 is not spare games.
But
These are
I
games
think
I
that-
really want to watch.
Number one, the USC and the LSU game should have definitely been a tier 1
USC
game.
Colorado.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, the difference between tier 1 and tier 2 is very little.
Okay, if that's what you feel, then I'll stop harping on this shit because it's maybe I won't because it does fucking fire you up. But I thought it was fucking embarrassing.
Well, the
that
reason
Texas-
it does is because I've explained this 10,000 times over the last 9 years.
But you did
So now I just absolutely dismiss anybody that challenges it.
right.
Like, oh, what the fuck? You got TCU and Nickel State as tier 1? This is biased. This is
Yeah,
biased,
it is.
man.
No,
I'm like, no shit.
No, I
got
know
2
it's not
degrees on the
bias-
wall.
listen,
You're goddamn right, I'm biased.
I have no delusions of that. This is not a biased thing, but I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is an obvious
it's
game that needs
supposed to be, and I used to tell these people, make your own. Make your own. Why
Yeah.
are you responding to me when you could be making your own?
But it is funny. It is funny to
Yeah.
kind of be like, okay,
Because literally when I had this idea, it was back in 2015. I said, there's too many games. And this is before there was like streaming TV.
yeah,
So you didn't even know what channel this shit was on. So for me to stay organized during the day, I said, all right, I'm going to list all the games in the order that I want to watch them, the times and the channels. And then it helped me through my day. I'm like, oh, okay, I can go get dinner now because then I can get home for, USC UCLA at 9:00. You know what I'm saying? Or like, oh shit, there's 3 games on at 2:30. I got to set my laptop up. I got to get the TV going, whatever. And then I knew exactly what channel to go to. Like if one game ended and another one was starting, I knew exactly what channel to flip to. So yeah, it's biased because I made it for me. And then I said, I might as well just share it. And then people like really, really liked it, especially back in that day. Like now it's like kind of losing some effect because you can just go on YouTube TV and on your home guide, they have all the games right there.
yeah.
So it's not as important, but I still use it every week.
But I look at it. Yes, I should make my own matrix, but I'm not going to do it.
Or just adjust accordingly.
I wish
'cause I
you,
put-
I wish you had your own app now.
Right.
All right. Here's what you can really argue with me on is if I left a game out entirely. Like if you say Iowa State, Oklahoma, that's definitely at least a tier 2 game.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bitch, you still know what time it's on. You still know what channel it's on. Who gives a fuck what tier I put it in?
Fucking bitch.
Like now you know when the Iowa State Oklahoma game is.
No, I just as
If I leave a game off entirely, yeah, I'll take that argument. That's a valid argument because I put every game I'm at all interested in, I put on here. So who gives a shit what tier it is? Brad, if you want to watch USC Colorado, watch USC Colorado. It's on at Fox at 11 a.m. You're welcome.
Yep. They covered too. That was awesome, wasn't it?
I bet on Colorado.
Yeah, that was a good.
Yep, I split the morning games.
That
'cause
was
I bet
that
on
was funny to
Arkansas.
have such an interesting game where, you're like, man, this is not a good game, and then it turned into a good game at the end. So
No, I thought I was cooked because I knew Arkansas was going to lose, and then I looked at the Colorado USC scores like 41-14. I'm like, God damn, I'm going to go 0-2 in the morning.
I'll
games.
stop kicking you in the nuts, and I'm glad we fought over that. That's funny. But, I'll stop kicking you in the nuts over it. Maybe. Now I don't know now. I think maybe I should just kick you in the nuts over it. But I was like, Alabama. The Texas A&M Arkansas game. Who the fuck? And it's funny. Like I had my company was out there too, and
was it this week you were fighting me on? I think it was. Maybe it was the week before.
I kicked you in the nuts a little bit.
Yeah,
that was more tongue in cheek. I was just fucking with you.
No, but it never fails. Like almost every single week, I get someone that say, how the fuck is TC West Virginia Tier 1? It's on, whatever channel. Nobody's gonna watch it. I'm like, I am. I'm gonna prioritize that game over anything else.
Well, both unranked teams and just TCU is just not gonna be very good this year.
I don't think that's still necessarily true.
Okay, so the Texas. Okay, man, this fucking podcast is going on forever. Should I cut like?
All right, let's talk Texas OU.
Yeah, and then we're gonna wrap on that. So
because I want Brandon and Brad to go to war.
Let me tell you, you son of a bitch.
I want an OnlyFans bet or something between you two.
I think we're all right.
What?
I don't even know what that would entail. Does that mean we have to get an OnlyFans, or we have to start an OnlyFans?
Subscribe to
hey,
someone's OnlyFans.
I'm just a neutral TCU fan. Y'all figure it out. Y'all are diehard Texas and OU. Y'all figure it out.
It always makes me nervous whenever Texas starts out really good, where OU doesn't start out like super
this year
great.
Is different.
Yeah. Where
it's so fucking different.
every time it doesn't really matter.
They got Quinn. That's the only player I really know, so I'll stop there. No, Texas is different.
They don't have Bijan.
If they had Bijan, oh my god,
dude, what a
no, they're good. Texas is fucking good. I picked them to lose one game all year, and that was to Alabama, and they already passed that test. So
yeah, they'll probably go undefeated, but whatever.
They probably will.
They have a tight end that Jatavian Sanders.
Yeah, Jatavian Sanders. Yeah.
Badass, dude.
They got Sanders.
Really yeah.
Well,
he's really good.
I don't know.
What Venable's gonna
do
good defense now?
Too.
Brandon, give us your thoughts on OU.
My thoughts is that if OU can keep it within a couple touchdowns, then
So you're laying the points and taking Texas?
Pretty much.
Because I got Texas at 5.5.
Yeah, I mean, I would take that
5.5.
Oh yeah.
All right, so here is
it won't be another 49-0, so we'll actually score points this time around, and might make it a little bit competitive.
Why is this not coming up?
I think it's just we're gonna see whether or not how legit Oklahoma's defense is. And
I think your offense is going to get cooked because I think Dylan Gabriel kind of sucks. I think Dylan Gabriel's mid as fuck.
Mid as fuck.
I think the problem is, and this is kind of the big difference between the two teams, is that Texas, obviously they don't have Bijan this year, but they still have a very strong stable of running backs, and
Oklahoma's good everywhere,
running game just for whatever reason cannot get on track. So that basically requires Gabriel to go out and throw for 400 yards on Saturday, I think, to have a chance.
400 yards on 100 attempts.
Yeah.
All right, so 5.5 to me.
I would probably give Oklahoma the points on that one. That's pretty close.
Why?
But yeah.
I don't know, man.
So hold on. So the 5.5 is spooky to me. But I think the under 60.5 total is the way to go in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Team punt. Team turnover. Because what it'll take for the over to hit is a Texas blowout. And whether it's by more than 5.5 or less or whatever, I don't think Oklahoma can score enough to help Texas get over 60.5.
So will OU go and get corn dogs early? What's going to happen?
No, I think it'll be at least competitive till halftime.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be muddy enough to bet the under. So if If you want to make money on this game, I say bet the under.
The thing about Texas that I've noticed is that they will let some teams that are like a Wyoming or Kansas last week kind of hang around a little bit, and then once they get to the fourth quarter, they just blow them out.
I think they remind me a lot, and I hate to bring it up, but like the 05-06 season team where that same kind
Oh
of
yes, your last good year.
exactly. But dude, I remember they would do the same fucking thing. They would kind of let everybody kind of hang around.
Well,
and
yeah,
then,
but that was against like Ohio State.
but
dude.
they would do but it would do regardless.
They destroyed Oklahoma that year with Boomer. What was his name?
Red Bomar.
Red Bomar. Oh, what a great fucking year.
They fucking destroyed him.
Funny Bags Mobar, who,
Dude, Red Bomar, man, he was our hero. He was our hero when we grew up.
Dealership in Norman.
Such bullshit.
We used to.
Yeah, he was
Red
buddies
Bomar
with the
was wrong.
offensive lineman too.
Red Bomar should be able to come back and play college football.
Red Bomar, I watched in Grand Prairie play one of
me too.
the best fucking high school football games I've ever seen. That was
He was
impressive.
Sam Darnold before Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold grew up idolizing Red Bomar.
Yeah. No, we used to remember one time we were at the batting cages and Rhett Bomar was there and he was there
Shocking.
he was there
He was like all state in baseball.
It was so disgusting. And there was another guy there too. He's this black kid, and I think he was the wide receiver, and he was just like, I don't even like baseball, and he would just play, and he would just hit home runs. It was so fucking. I was like,
there, yeah. Who was the kid who was the kid at Bowie that he played safety for Texas? What was his name?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Brandon Foster. Or there's the other
not
one.
Foster. It doesn't matter what his name was because nobody knows him. But
Yeah.
he was the free safety in the Texas game where Crabtree scored the touchdown.
Okay.
And he was the guy in the background when Gideon dropped the interception. Like, what the fuck, dude? We could have won the game right there. Anyway, I played against that kid in Little League. And all he had to do was make contact with the ball, which most of the time when he did, he was hitting it over the fucking fence.
It's unreal.
But once he got on base, and I swear to God, guys, I saw it with my own eyes playing shortstop for the Reds. This dude would get on base, steal second, steal third, steal home on consecutive pitches.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would rip his shirt off, and he had a 12-pack, and we're like 12 years old.
Yeah.
That's what a D1. That's what a D1 athlete looks like.
Yeah, and we were over here like literally just
He
concentrating.
didn't even get a sniff in the NFL.
And we're just trying to concentrate on baseball. We're like, this is our entire lives. And they would just kind of swing through and just go,
Palmer
I'll
was
play
the
baseball, I guess, and just fucking kill it. And we're going
that
like,
was this guy.
yeah,
That was
we're
this
like,
guy. He got a full ride to Texas.
what do you think? Baseball's hard? What are you thinking?
He's the most elite athlete I've ever seen in person, starting at the age of 12 years old.
Yeah.
And he didn't even get a sniff in the NFL. The NFL is just, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
The NFL is a simulation. Those are not human beings. If that guy that I played against in Little League, the best athlete I've ever seen with my own two eyes, didn't even get a sniff in the NFL, then the people in the NFL don't exist.
I'm trying to even think. I know we had
Palmer was his last name. I can't remember his first name.
yeah, Palmer. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
drunk with him one night. It was fucking
my God.
incredible. Oh, I remember that dude.
Dean?
Huh?
Dean Palmer.
No, it's not Dean Palmer.
Not my idol.
Dustin, look that up. Look that up. Texas Longhorns. Ryan Palmer. Yes. Ryan Palmer.
Free safety for Texas.
Yeah, we got
pissed off at Gideon.
Me and Ryan Palmer got drunk one night in the parking lot at the high school. It was fucking incredible.
He said, "Bro, when I make it to the NFL, you're coming with
dude. You're coming with, dude. You and me, we're blood brothers, right?
There's this thing called YouTube, and you're gonna post videos.
We were blood brothers, and we got a knife, and then we
Yeah.
just carved our hands up when we high-fived
Yeah,
each
well,
other.
that guy, that god of an athlete, all the way from Little League through high school, is selling insurance by the age of 22.
I think he's doing roofs or something.
Yeah.
So, all right. I think that's good enough to conclude.
That's an
for
ender.
tonight. That's a good one.
That's an ender.
All right.
All right, Brandon, take us out.
Take us out?
Yeah.
All right.
Take us out.
Adios, motherfuckers.
Keep jamming, and we'll see you.
All right. Peace, peace.
Okay. Do I leave now? Is it over? Okay. All right.